This is the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans. If you don't like it, suck our D-Walk, Joe BNCO, and the Invisible Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, space, and time, welcome to the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans of the P.U.W.F. if you're nasty. I'm joined today, Cardi M of the Evolved Post-Review podcast, popping by. Mr. D-Walk from NXT Time with D-Walk, Drunk Walk, and hit that bump walk, Mr. Dennis.
Yo, man, I'm sober this time, bro.
I know, it's weird, right? I was pressing buttons, but later, and while he's smoking
That's
some
bullshit. That's a lie.
Yeah, okay. Speaking of that bullshit, Joe BNCO, our historian and analyst, how are you doing this evening?
Doing well. Don't let D-Walk lie to y'all. He drunk.
I know. I got the buttons ready to go, but before we get the buttons, we are blessed today with two special guests. From top to bottom, Mr. Ed Fluential Sports. How are you, sir?
I'm good. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
Thank you.
Good. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you. And Mr. Black Couch Booking. How are you, sir?
Good, man. What's going on, man? Just got off a 2-hour and 30-minute stream, but now I'm back in the chair. Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I know. All right, ladies and gentlemen. What we're going to talk about today is 3 to 4 subjects. That's usually what we do in the P.U.W.F. But today we're going to talk about Booker T. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of clips. One, let's start from the beginning. Booker T recently has had a problem with DJ Vlad over a he said situation over a interview. Now, once again, ladies and gentlemen, they're both little bitches about this, so they both put their stuff out there on Twitter and screenshotting their stuff. And by the gods, we have the video here.
Welcome to my podcast, P.U.W.F. my podcast. Welcome to my podcast, P.U.W.F. my podcast. I met up with some brother man from out Burrow Island. We just
Now, as you saw right there, screenshots back and forth of DJ Vlad saying he's lying, Booker T saying he's lying. Let's start off with the special guest this evening, Mr. Black Couch Booking. What are your thoughts on Booker T and just the DJ Vlad situation? We have different sections of this, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. I was about to jump the gun. I mean, this is a tough one because how you look at it is you either look at it from the culture perspective. I mean, they both want some bullshit, like you said. Mm-hmm. But I mean, everybody know Vlad TV is a snake motherfucker. Mm-hmm. I mean, they know he's tearing down not just black people, anybody he interview. He's a fed essentially, right? But I will say, I feel like Booker T is too high. Why you even respond to this shit in the first place, bro? You're on a different level, and Vlad don't got shit to do with wrestling. Like you know, 2 things can be true at once, bro. I think Booker T was going to do the interview. I'm not going to lie, because they might just be showing certain shit of the screenshots. You feel me? So I mean, but also I'm rocking with.
I was gonna say, don't forget, WWE could have had something to do with this as well.
Yeah, that is true. I'm rocking with Booker T for now, but I mean there's more things to talk about. Not on this, but on something else. I'm not going for it. But I'll wait till we get there.
As far as
of course. Thank you, Big Slime 331. Or yeah, I got it right. Ed Fletcher Sports. What are your thoughts on DJ Vlad and the Booker T swap of text?
Well, from what I've seen, Booker T said that he was going to do the interview, but when he got there, Vlad wasn't there, and that's why he ended up leaving, because he felt like him being late was just unprofessional and not letting him know in time, and that's why he didn't end up wanting to do the interview. But the whole situation kind of went too far in general, and I know we'll get into that, so I won't say too much right now.
Okay, I get that. D-Walk, your thoughts on this?
Oh, man. Here we go. To me, like I said, when something important, Vlad don't never fuck up and miss out.
So I mean, I don't know. Like it's kind of like, but to me, it's kind of like Booker T fault because whatever Vlad want, bro, Vlad go get, bro. Like he the feds, he the police, he gonna be on time. To me, like I said, Swerve, it's cool for Swerve had his comments on how he felt about wrestling when he was in WWE, when he got released, when he worked for it. But like I said, ain't nobody say shit when Vince McMahon said, "What's up, my nigga?" in front of Booker T. Cause John
We'll
Cena.
get to that. Thank you for bringing that up. We're gonna get to that.
Say, yeah, wait for that one because that's the one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Joe BNCO, your thoughts?
I'm gonna keep my comments short for this part, but
Hold up, Joe. Hold up, Joe.
What?
Give me one. Hold up.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
damn, D-Walk, he's talking about you. Why are you lying for?
What?
No, Joe. I'm talking about you, motherfucker. You thought I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. You are gonna just let it go, sir. Don't. Come on, Joe.
The Vlad situation, I'm gonna keep short because I feel that WWE might have had something to do with it. I have a feeling that WWE might have called Booker T and said, "Hey, don't do that interview. Walk away."
Yeah.
So what
We
about
don't
him
need it.
replying back to the well, like I said, everybody got their own freedom of speech. Whatever Swerve got to say, it shouldn't even matter because Swerve don't even work for WWE no more. So why is
Okay,
We ain't Swerve yet. Wait, hold on. We ain't Swerve yet. We are not at Swerve yet. I got that. Those things good to go.
Okay.
We're talking about Vlad and Booker T. Like I said,
No.
this is
My bad.
That's the main event.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the inside of the onion. We on the outside.
Okay, all right, okay. Is this a cooked onion or is it a raw onion?
I'll the raw onion. We
Raw
gotta get to
onion gonna
the
make
All
you
right.
cry.
Okay. This is not about philosophy. Joe, go talk about.
anyway. Anyway, I just feel like the Vlad situation might have been because WWE asked him to pull back. Like, hey, they found it last minute. Maybe he was there and was like, hey, they called up Book and was like, Book, look, don't do this. Don't do this interview. Like, walk away. Walk away. You could text him and say whatever you got to say, but like, just leave because this interview is probably going to be really bad and it could give us bad publicity, bad press. Get out.
I don't know if that's the case though, because Booker T do got his own podcast where he talk all things wrestling. Like he can talk about AEW,
True.
WWE.
It's his own podcast though, where he has control. This podcast is it's somebody else's version podcast, and he has no control over what's said or asked.
But Bubba Ray Dudley got his own and he shit on everybody.
That's busted open. That's different. That's his own podcast. You don't see him going on other people's podcasts.
Mm-mm.
Do you? Do you see Dave LaGreca going on other people's podcasts?
No, but Vlad, he's completely different. Vlad is like a different. That's if you want somebody to go to jail.
Look, man, a vampire is a vampire.
You only go on Vlad when you want somebody to go to jail.
It's a big platform. WWE don't want that slander. It don't matter what platform. Even if they don't got shit to do with wrestling, they not going for that shit.
And I agree with Joe here for a second. Hold up, Joe. I agree with you because it's true. Like you make your own universe when you make your own podcast. You make your own rules, your own clips, your own edits, your own memes. If someone went to somewhere else and went on there, and even if Booker T was trying to be super honest, Vlad could just take that and cut it up. Clip it to anything he ever wanted to be, and that's something that's beneficial and detrimental to his own fucking business. So I get the whole, and then at the same time with the Wayans brothers against Vlad, and then it was like a missed shot. Thank the gods that Booker didn't get this, but at the same time,
Alex, we have experience at this, not having control over the podcast business. If you remember the other place,
we don't talk about the other place.
I heard about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about the other place. We never talk about that because we don't want to get hijacked.
But you know as well as I do how that would work. As far as that's why when we talk about it, you understand it because we've been there before where we had no control over what we said or what happened.
And all those clips are gone.
Yeah.
This is if I can have like an anime face and I'm looking over a mountain and a wave crashes, this is the face I would give right now. Anyway, other than that, Cardano, go.
Okay. The only thing I will say is I read the screenshots, and it based off what DJ Vlad said, it sounds like, just being technical here, it sounds like it was a virtual interview. So it's like, okay, the guy was running a few minutes late to like a Zoom meeting, and then because of that, Booker T didn't want to do the interview. But Booker T didn't say any of that. He just posted the screenshots on Twitter, which that could be easily edited if there was something else said, like just delete a couple of messages and we would never know. But so that's all the information I have to go off of. But if we're being technical about it, I don't know. Either Booker T was never going to do the interview in the first place, or I don't know if it would feel kind of dramatic if WWE called him out of the blue and was like, "Hey, don't do that interview." Like, how would they know? But yeah,
that's the way it is.
People talk, man.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't even work for y'all no more. Y'all released me. Y'all fired me. I got everything to right to. I don't work for no organization towards y'all, so y'all fired me. I should have to say whatever I want to say.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Don Bravo. Vlad is great at finding new way to be in the middle of some bullshit.
I'm not familiar with
For the last 2 years, he's been getting in some bullshit. Like either by humbleness or by clout, you're gonna get some views.
You know how many people he got? You know how many people he got in jail right now? That's not including this Yellow Beezy and Mo 3 case.
All right, but that's
everybody like it.
That's the podcast of underappreciated music fans. That's the pump. All right,
I'm just saying he get motherfucking in jail.
Hey, kudo, no, it's not. Money talk, bro. You know how many people talk shit about WWE and came back? Nah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, everyone's gonna come back. We'll talk about that in a second. Now,
CM Punk's talking hella shit. So money talk, bro.
Yeah.
Before we get to the next subject, I want to have a nice little bonus question for you guys if anyone wants to answer. Yay or this is gonna happen anyway, so this is just an answer for you guys. Yay or nay on a Beatles cinematic universe, because they're making 4 Beatle movies of the 4 characters, and they're all gonna come out at the same exact time. This has been confirmed. Yeah, so
are they really doing that?
Yes.
At this point, I'm like, whatever.
Yes, because it was connected to CM Punk when someone was talking to CM Punk, and CM Punk's like, I hate the Beatles. So I heard in another podcast. So basically, they're doing a movie about Ringo, a movie about Cartney, a movie about everybody. All 4 of them, all gonna have 4 biopics, and all 4 of them are gonna come out at the same time.
They could have just left it alone with Across the Universe. It was a great movie.
There you go.
Yeah,
so
I'm cool.
You know how it is.
True, but go on, girl.
Speaking of, who wants to talk about WWE politics?
Well, no, not yet. What's the politics going to talk about?
I don't know, just anything.
Okay, but let's talk about the guy that got PRED. Huh?
Triple H not for that race shit.
Fucking with.
Yeah, Swerve Strickland is coming back to WWE using under Triple H instead of Vince. Now, we'll talk with Sir Mr. David. Yeah, we're trying to get to the main event. We're in the appetizers. Second topic now. Now, Mr., which I don't even know his guy's name, but a certain person. Oh yeah, Jason Rants, which is a stupid name, but whatever. Jason Rants was arrested April 2nd for violating his SDX offender registration. Let's talk about that.
Now Urban has only one mission: to go around the internet and tell people they're wrong, but he never says why. And if you try to ask him this, he won't give you an answer. Just post another strong song. All of his you account for.
Wow, him and Vivid Dream should be a tag team now.
Now,
Booker T could be their manager.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Now, what we found out from those two, I know, but what we found out from those 2 screenshots and what I got here from Fightful, I have it right here, and here we go. According to the Orange County inmates log, Rants failed to report a change in vehicle owners, failed to report incident ID, webpage, or app name twice, and provided false registration info 3 times. Rants has been registered for the Florida SEX offender registry since 2014, resulting from a 2011 incident leading to a conviction of lewd or lascivious battery of a victim between the ages of 12 and 15. And after that, Rance still remains involved in the wrestling business, retraining and wrestling at Team Vision Dojo. Now, since Booker T was there for some weird reason, let's talk about that. Okay.
You know the sad part, Alex? You know you can get considered for lewd conduct towards a minor for peeing in public?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Medical condition.
That is fucked up. That is a fucked up law and is a fucked up policy. I mean, you could be doing something very basic and simple, and someone just comes upon and sees you or sees you doing it. Doesn't even see your junk, just sees that you're doing it, and it turns into that.
Okay, let's say an example. It could be fucking 1 o'clock at night. It's the playground. You got to go and piss, and you piss and you could get hit with that. That's bullshit.
Dude, they caught a friend of mine down in Louisiana with that shit. It was 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning down in New Orleans, and he was peeing in a bush. He was peeing in a bush, and they busted him for that and put him on the sex registry for it.
Okay. Now, if it was a situation where Jason Rants was in that situation where he had to pee and a kid saw it, and he's like, "Oh no, wee," and then told his mom, and his mom told that's like, I feel bad for him. However, in the situation that I just told you, he has when I say it once again, failed to report a change the vehicle owners, failed to report incident ID, web page or app name, which is twice, and provided false registration info. As much as a guy might have done a bad mistake, he has failed 3 times to register.
Probably because if it is the situation I'm speaking of, and I'm not defending him, but if it is the situation I'm speaking of, he probably feels like it's dumb and not relevant, and he shouldn't have to.
Well, if you live in America, that dumb and relevant shit can only take you so far until eventually the law comes in and arrests him. Because that's what happened. And that's the sad thing about it. Like it or not.
He's going to go to jail probably because he lied about his address and shit.
Yeah. And that's what sucks. This is the situation we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Now go on, Mr. Black Couch Booking.
So it's 2 ways to look at this, right? From a mature standpoint, as far as Booker T is concerned and being there, whatever the case may be, I will say, bro, sometimes you don't know shit, or if you know shit, it's kind of like you're not thinking about it. Like, what I mean by that is, like, if I got a cousin or some shit that got some shit like that, and they open up a store, that's still my cousin at the end of the day. You know, that's from like a realistic standpoint. I mean, some of us got people in our family that's like murderers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, all right. From the other standpoint, I think everybody deserves a second chance, except for people who do stuff with minors. So from that standpoint, I can't really be objective. So I had to be biased. If he got locked up or got registered for a reason he actually did this shit, I can't fuck with the Booker T shit. But from like a realistic standpoint, Booker T being there don't mean that he support the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like that's of course. They threw that in just to nitpick and make them look bad. That's like supporting. That's like supporting somebody who used to be that. Oh,
it's kind of like it's like the Moose thing with Tessa Blanchard when they tried to call.
I was just about to say that shit. I was about to say the same thing. That don't mean Moose support a racist or whatever the case may be.
Like, that's his coworker at the end of the day, and they'd known each other for years, so it's kind of like you're in a tough situation at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you
for bringing it up, Influential. Like, go on, Joe.
I was going to say another thing is like you're speaking of. Also, is if you're in a higher position like a Booker T, where you're like a superstar, you're a legend, you're a Hall of Famer of WWE. You would think that someone that higher up would be smart and do research before they jump in and sign to do something.
Yeah.
You can't be on that level and not do that.
I was gonna say that, Joe. I've been stewing that shit in my mind for days because after the Me Too movement and all those wrestlers got rounded up and got kicked the fuck out, the first thing you should have done after that is get a fucking PR manager and tell them, if anyone's coming near me, I want you to vet these motherfuckers 3 times over. Just in case.
Dream.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, that's the old school P.U.W.F episodes. We talk about the Velveteen Dream. We have mixed opinions on that.
Patrick Clark.
Yeah. Now, we're getting too far ahead. My thoughts on this and Jason Rants, because again, this is just a topic about people who are in the wrestling community who do things like that. And again, if you did the time, you did the crime, whatever. But things like that against PRD stuff, like, okay, you're near children. Even if this was an accident of what the crime was or it was intentional, you're near children and you failed to register 3 times. Na boo boo. You're gonna get something big up your poo poo. All right, sorry. That's how the way it is. That's how the way it is. And now you famous. You going to Orange County too.
Yep.
If I only remember the song from that damn show too, I would sing it. But either way, you
got to worry about Big Bubba and Big Bruce.
Not Big Bubba, just freaking, But either way, that's one thing.
He's gonna get that OC hose.
Now that speaking of,
he's gonna be somebody's boyfriend.
Now hold up. Now we get that. See, I got it. Oh my God, here we go.
Oh my God. Oh,
that was a miles a minute here.
My God.
It's gonna be Billy and Chuck all over again.
Wow.
Oh, I know you would say that too. But either way, now let's get to the main event. Yeah, let's get to the main event because let's have some fun with this. We have a 3-minute video and a 30-second video. I'm going to show you the 3-minute video of what Swerve was talking about concerning Triple H and Shawn Michaels and the difference of just watching. There's 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Take a snack, come back, hit that like, share around, have fun.
The end game is to get me there of what this product is, right? That's like you don't bring the guy from the G League and he drops 30 in the NBA and come back to practice back at the G League and it's like, let's put him on the bench and he needs more development. I'm like, I just dropped 30 on Giannis. What are we doing? So that was the mindset I had, and it was like kind of too brash. It was too overthinking. It was too like. And that's where I kind of clashed with Triple H as far as like we didn't gel. I really gelled with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels was the one who was like, because he didn't have the full power. He was just like an advocate and he was just like a partner to Triple H because he was more hands-on with the talent. And out of like all the coaches and all the people and the staff there, Triple H still had to go to the main roster and SmackDown and Raw and do a lot of these public appearances. He still had to do like the shareholders meetings and all that. So he couldn't be like there every day, but he was there pretty often. Shawn is the only one out of all those coaches that could really teach you how to be a top main event star. That's the only one there. So I'm like, that's who I need to get with. Why can't I get with him? I got pulled in to have a conversation with Matt Bloom. I tweeted something earlier in the week. I was like, something stupid. It was like a 1-word thing. I was like, it was like invaluable. I'm like something like that, invaluable or something like that. But I was getting pulled in there with Kane and Seaman to do my promotion. I'm like, so they were like, oh, you're here, just right here, just getting your promotion, going up in pay, all that. He's like, but I want to ask you, why'd you tweet that? Why would you feel like, this or whatever? I'm like, because that's how I feel. Like, I'm not hiding my feelings about it. I know what I'm worth. I know what my value is. And I feel like y'all are kind of holding me back from reaching that. And I only got like another year and a half here until my contract's up. He's like, what does that mean? I was like, it means exactly what I mean. Like, I have a year and a half for y'all to like do something with me of merit. And then I'm loose. And then I'm let loose. And by that time, AEW already started. So we're going back and forth on Wednesday nights. So I'm like, so they were like, he was like, well, what are you looking for? What do you want to do? I was like, I want to get in Shawn Michaels' class. Well, he's not really doing classes right now. He's not really holding classes because he's so busy with the show. I was like, well, can I get a meeting with him? He's like, I mean, his office is right over there. Bet. I went over there. I found Shawn. I was like, hey, Shawn, do you mind if I do tape studies with you? Do you mind if I he's like, absolutely. I'm like, is that easy? I've been here a year and a half and I could have just walked up to his office. But that's those things. They don't give you those curriculums. That's not part of it. That's the game. They want that run around until you earn the sweat equity to be able to go over there to be like, oh, now you're worthy of talking to Shawn because you put in all this stuff.
All right. We back. Now, shout out to Sir Butter. Shout out to Kudo Shakur. Shout out to Don Bravo. Anyone leaving the comments? David Ojo Osagi. Thank you. And this is just talking about him and Shawn Michaels and the sweat equity. Let's talk about sweat equity. And Joe and D-Walk and Black Couch Booking and Influential Sports knows about what sweat equity is. Just doing the time and doing the work and what their eyes believe is the time being for being the guy, being the dude to do it, to hang on the rosters. So let's start with you, Black Couch Booking. Do you believe what he was saying, and is there some merit behind it?
Oh no, yeah, I definitely do believe that there was some merit behind it because he's not the only person that's come out and said shit like that. Like that they'll give you the runaround and you'll have to do a whole bunch of bullshit. And then once you finally on some shit like, all right, bro, I'm tired of playing games. How do I get with this person, or can I train with this person? They'll be like, oh yeah, sure. Just go. So motherfucker, this whole time I could have walked up to Shawn Michaels. That's fucking bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers wanted me to do the runaround and talk in circles because Vince McMahon used to do the same shit. And it's funny enough, the motherfuckers who did it to Swerve was actually getting it done to them by Vince McMahon. Okay, you all you gotta do is ask, brother. I've been here the whole time, motherfucker. I can't just walk up to you. You don't like when people sneeze around you. Like stop this bullshit. And then they're like, oh, did Swerve put in that work? All right, Sean, you got him. And then, well, I don't know if you're gonna show. Then he still had to put in even more work after fucking Shawn Michaels. Then Sean told him, all right, bro, this is how you got to do it. Do this. Then Stephanie gonna say you good. Okay, then what? Then Triple H be like, all right, fuck it, give him a hit row. Like that's kind of crazy. I don't know why people tripping off of that clip in particular, but I think he was spitting facts.
Okay. Influential Sports, your thoughts?
I agree with everything what Couch said, and it makes sense what Swerve was saying in that little thing. Everything he said made sense. But where Swerve messed up at is him going onto social media and doing the one word tweet. Not that it was necessarily bad, but WWE, they're gonna try to make him an example out of that. They're gonna use that. So that's kind of where he messed up at, especially with him going into like that last year and a half in his contract. Now they probably didn't want to keep him at that point because he spoke out about it on social media. And that was probably the best thing he could do because his run in AEW has been great. Now he won the AEW World Championship. He might win it again. So him leaving WWE is the best decision of his career.
Yeah, I believe that too. And plus, like, even an example of one word text that kind of fuck you over. Alexa Bliss just put out a one word text on Twitter, just said why. And you know that's gonna backlash your ass in the future.
Why is he saying it?
Hold up, Joe. Go on, Influential.
It could be different for somebody like Alexa Bliss that's established star on the main roster.
True. That is true. Go on, Joe.
Yeah, also, like you said, it could be different for Alexa Bliss because of her spot on the main roster. But at the same time, why was she pulled? Maybe she doesn't even know the reason. Maybe they haven't even given her an answer.
Yeah. Like someone made a good point. You just made up a good contract with her. You made negotiations, all that shit. She came out in the Rumble, got a huge fucking pop. Came out in Elimination Chamber, got a huge fucking pop, and now she's gone again.
They got booed when she got pinned and was eliminated. They booed.
Yeah, because they want her back, and they finally got her back. Like, okay, you only got 2 times for see ya. She has the Brock schedule.
And now they brought back fucking Nikki Bella, and now they gonna wait to have her fucking do a special thing, and that's bullshit to me.
I mean, God forbid this, but it's gonna come to a point where Nikki Bella comes back and like injures somebody, and then like, you know what, you're gonna do tag teams, and then she injures somebody's in the tag team. Oh, you know what, we're just gonna put you in the back as a general manager for the time being because Nick Aldis get the fuck out. Nikki Bella's the manager. I'm like, oh,
so you gonna have Nikki Bella over Alexa Bliss?
Yep. As fast as I said that to you, as fast as it happened, sir. That's called. You know what? You know what? Hold on. I think I have a button for this, unless I downloaded it someplace else. I don't have. Lucky I don't have the flaming Elmo saying that's facts. Other than that, I will say this. This is the fact, and this is the facts of this. Swerve is true on that. There's been wrestlers that we knew that there are other places that are great. CJ Parker, for example, for a time after he left WWE and went to Japan, he shined. He had fun. Like, and that's something that you messed up on. Some certain other wrestlers, Tyler Breeze, he came back, but now he's just a guy hanging out with the other guy on the. You got Dango doing some fun shit in TNA. He's having fun and he's enjoying it. Sammy Callahan, like just giving out wrestlers out of my eyes. When they go someplace else, they had fun. You had a clear cut champion in Swerve. Clear cut storyteller, clear cut champion. This is why I say that. This is why I say that specifically. He's a clear cut champion. I showed my girlfriend a clip where Swerve and Hangman were in the hallway and they were passing each other and they're fighting each other. Hangman tells him, "I swore that you would never get the champions, and I'm a man of my word." And then they went back and said, "Well, you know, like you went." Oh, give me a second, sir. I messed up on the facts. You went to my house. Well, you burned my house. You deserved it. And in the 2 words that I thought no one would ever say in storytelling, I know. And Hangman, and I love that someone left a comment. Hangman was hit with confusion. It's super effective. And he looked at me like, "What'd you say?" I know. Joe, in the history of wrestling, has ever anyone apologized for doing something nefarious to somebody in wrestling? Ever?
Yeah.
When? Who?
Yeah, you've had people come out and apologize when they went and done face turns. You've had that happen many times.
Hey,
but never admitting it, though. Never admitting it, just like never saying it.
We watch it all the time.
I was wrong. I was wrong. You know, I shouldn't have done that.
Hey, we watch it all the time. How many times has Shawn Michaels and Triple H broke up and got back together, and they had a big ass war? We didn't even know.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
they get back together.
But
Shawn
they
Michaels
never
apologizing. Shawn Michaels coming out on live TV and apologizing to Brett for what happened.
Yeah,
but that's okay. Hold up now. That's Brett. That's something that's a shoot, work, whatever you want to fucking call it. This is
That was the Montreal screw job, buddy.
I know, but then we cannot compare the Montreal screw job to what screw job to what Swerve and Hangman are doing. Swerve and Hangman is what I called AW storytelling. This is just like say it, Joe.
Swerve and Hangman had a fantastic story.
Yes,
and I don't think it's done.
No, that's why by Swerve saying I know, they naturally or organically made Swerve turning into a babyface and Hangman turning into a heel, because now they're gonna switch it up because that's the way it needs to be. Like that's the way. Go on.
So you see Hangman screwing Swerve or Hangman helping Swerve?
Hangman in the
he gonna help
helping in the end. Yeah, thank you, Influential. Thank you.
But I think they both faces at the end of this. I think he can help. He get a title shot and Swerve win, and just move on from it. Like you don't got to drag it too much longer.
Nobody's taking that title off Moxley unless they have help.
Swerve is the most believable person to do it.
The person that I thought was going to do it isn't back in wrestling yet, and we don't know if he's coming back in wrestling. That would be Eddie Kingston.
Oh,
man!
But who would help Eddie Kingston win?
He's had a bad injury, and then he's got a lot of mental issues going on, mental problems going on right now. And he came out and said and had an interview on, a face-to-face interview with the camera for everybody, and said that he doesn't know if he's coming back.
Real quick, I thought the motherfucker climbing Mount Everest was like a fake thing. He really doing that shit in real life?
I wasn't joking about that. He climbed Mount Everest
instead of being the AEW World Champion.
Yeah, he want to climb a mountain.
Okay.
Hey, you only got once. Hold up, the Cardiac got something to say. Go on now.
No, I got mixed thoughts about Mount Everest and climbing it, but especially if like you could have been a wrestling champion and you chose to do that. Like, there's a lot of other cool shit you could do besides that.
Yeah,
the motherfucker got hit
he just got hit by a bus.
The motherfucker got hit by a New York City bus and then was wrestling like a week later.
Yeah. But let's just say like this. I feel. I mean, you want to climb Mount Everest, you're crazy, and if you do it, you do it. You live your life, but whatever. But that's just whatever. But I will say this: talking about going back to Swerve, he needs to just figure out that, and other wrestlers now, Oba, listen to me, Oba. go in business for your fucking self. Just be smart. Okay? Get 2 or 3 guys, become the new Triple H Shawn Michaels, and just politic the fucking way up to the top.
Right?
Please.
Be honest. Alex, be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
The most relevant black wrestler right now is Oba.
Mm-hmm.
And Swerve.
He's
If we're going universal.
I mean WWE world. WWE world
Oh,
is Oba.
okay. Yeah, Oba.
It used to be Trick. That's a sad thing.
They fucked up on the Street Profits. They done fucked that up.
No,
They
okay,
fucked
okay. Let's talk about that. Let's go to the second part of Swerve's video. I got a 30-second video. Let's talk about this shit now. Let's go. And
bring it in.
Because I'm black. I've been working for the company for a long time, and I know I've been treated fair for the last 20 years.
That's not what happened when Vince said the N-word in front of you. That's not being treated fair. My opinion. And to that statement, it's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying what people are saying. I'm saying what your audience is saying. So it's not just me just talking out of my ass out of nowhere. It's what your audience has been complaining about for the better part of like 2-3 years from not seeing black talent even getting single matches on PLEs and stuff like that. It's not.
Damn.
Okay.
But
now, hold up, Joe. But and I showed you the 2 clips of where Booker T said that there is no black talent that are, effectively strong enough to be in the championship picture. Which basically he kind of shitted on Hayes, Montez Ford and his partner Bobby Lashley and other and
Bobby Lashley is in AEW.
And by the way, you can't really call Bobby Lashley okay. I'm saying this because he admitted this on an AEW interview on AEW. Okay, that he's a South American person. He was born South American, but raised in America, so everyone just considered him to be black. Okay, he said it himself. I'm not making this up. I heard the whole interview, and then said MVP. He's like, well, everyone comes out black. When they come out the womb, I'm like, all right, MVP's all on his shit. All right, that's just MVP. Okay. Verbatim, he said that. Okay, so think about what Swerve said and understanding that only in NXT terms for the last 2 years has there been prominent black champions. And I don't really see race or color, but I'm putting this as a matter of fact. It's kind of weird that for the last 20 fucking years, it's been either European or just Caucasian fucking champions. And I'm not shitting on Brock Lesnar or Stone Cold or freaking Owen Hart or don't come at me, bro. Don't come at me. I'm just saying that there was a lot more people in life that could have had shots.
Opportunities.
Hey man,
Mark Henry could First off, Mark Henry could have been a fucking champion of champions. He was only a world champion. He was only a world champion. I get pissed the fuck off. He was only a fucking world champion. He was never the
He was a European champion.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I love
He
you,
was
Joe.
champion.
Hold up. Give me a second. Give me a second. I have to press this button.
This is the worst.
He's
Damn, Joe, you got up on me.
one power away from a triple crown, from being
But Mark Henry could have been a multiple-time world champion.
Yes. And I'm using him as a reference, right? Mark Henry. Ron Simmons, as funny as he fucking is. As funny as he is. Now, let's say it's
Hey, no.
athletic.
Hold on. This could have been a good champion. R-Truth could have been a good ass champion, bro. Never got the chance.
I want to hear this shit. Okay, Ron. So let's get back to real life. Ron Simmons was a great advocate for being the first African American man to win a championship in WCW, the World Championship. I mean, he broke barriers and broke boundaries by doing it, and he beat Vader to do it. So I mean, like he didn't beat no slouch either. He beat somebody who was a dominant champion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, in WWE, he wasn't in that dominant role.
Mm-hmm.
Even when he had the Nation of Domination, he wasn't in that dominant role because The Rock shortly came and took over that shit.
All right, but I got a question. Can you go back from WCW all the way to now and count how many black champions we had?
Not that many.
No.
If we have to count The Rock because he's half black, and half the time he says I'm black, and half the time he says he's Samoan.
Yeah, we got no more than 10.
A consistent fucking answer.
Yeah, it was no more than 10.
Less than 10.
Come on, Joe.
Do we
No,
count
we don't count
Roman?
Roman. We talking about straight African American niggas.
No. Okay, you know what? Hold up. I'm not saying that N-word. First off. Okay. Second. Hold up. Let's do a little fantasy booking for all around the board here. If Big E would have separated from the New Day around 2020 to 2023, I say that at that specific time. And the way we know he can talk. Motherfucker can talk. And for some weird reason, he went back to the 5 gimmick in NXT, which by far for me is the best gimmick he ever had until he changed it to the goofy shit. Would he have been a not world champion, but the champion?
Yeah.
There we go. You had Big E for years, and you know Big E is an asset. This guy was trying to break his neck before he broke his neck for years with the fucking dives through the middle of the ropes and almost falling on his fucking neck.
I would have liked it if they had kept him Big E Langston.
Exactly. But here's something else that history tries to forget.
Hey, you know what they can call him now? They can call him Slinky Langston.
Son of a bitch! I gotta press the damn button again. Hold up. God damn it. Hold up.
That neck like a slinky.
All right. Okay. So let's get back to what Booker T was saying, that there is no prominent black champions. What he tends to not realize is that there are going to be prominent black champions in the next 3 years, whether WWE likes it or not. Because since you have, and I know Joe hates this, Javon, Trick, Oba, Tyson and Tyreek, Wesley, you got Inofe, which he's hurt, by the way. He'll come back soon. You got the black man lover Nikita Lyons on the side.
Wesley will never be a world champion.
Now, wait a minute. He could be intercontinental.
We're talking world title picture now, not no mid card title. We're talking world title. World title.
Hey,
world title will be Oba and Trick, and that's it. All those other guys you named are going to be mid carders or less. Or
they get Javon Evans. If they get Javon Evans, the NXT belt, and goddamn Wesley don't get no belt, I'm setting something on fire.
Yeah,
but it would make sense though if he leading the Dark State.
Right hand cam is in the.
By the way, we'll talk about that NXT later because there's now 4 suspects who are possibly the leader of Dark State. 4.
What's up, right hand cam?
Yo, what's happening?
Yes, and Soruka is black. That is true. That's been confirmed. Half black.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, as far as the Swerve thing, first he got bait. He let him bait him into that. He didn't even have to say that. And let me tell you why he didn't have that. That shit was unnecessary. Because you know this shit is the truth. You let him bait you into that question, and that shit caused a whole bunch of ruckus that is unnecessary. And Booker T know the truth too. Booker T and wrestling fans are being disingenuous about the true answer to that question. Booker T know damn fucking well that there are people on the main roster that's black dudes that they're just not good enough. Shut the fuck up. You was one of the people saying that Montez Ford should be a single star. So what the fuck are you talking about? You was one of them. He could be the next Rock. Shut the fuck up, Joe.
He could be Black House, but the problem is that they won't let him break away from the fucking tag team bullshit. They are holding him down in tag team bullshit.
But for Booker T that didn't say that nobody's not good enough, these guys need to step up. You know that's not how this shit works, motherfucker. You was one of the coldest motherfuckers in WWE, and you only was the world champion when you became a fucking King Booker.
Yeah,
you was world champion one time in WWE. That WCW shit do not fucking count, bro. I'm sorry.
That's what I said. Thank you.
You're a 5-time world champion, not a 5-time WWE champion. So you say that is disingenuous. That's disingenuous.
I think both. You really look at it.
You can't. Then that means you can't count Ric Flair's titles either.
Hell no, but they do because he's a fucking drunk motherfucker. But hold up,
you do for a different reason. It's a different reason. It's not the same thing.
It's
Yeah,
still World Championship though.
Hold
That's
up,
Vince
Joe. Hold up,
McMahon's
Joe.
guy.
Yeah, hold up, Joe. And you want to say something influential?
Yeah, I was gonna say, at the end of the day, they really both in the wrong because they really shouldn't have got this far. Like they both, like they allowed somebody else to pit them against each other, and that's just a problem in the black community. I'm not gonna get super deep into that, but pitting black people against each other, they both got baited into that. And for Booker T coming from, I get it. He want to be a company man. Like he's always been a company man. So certain stuff he gonna say, and then you just have to deal with it. Like he done said some stuff about the New Day that I ain't really like on commentary, but he a company man at the end of the day, so I can't really do nothing about it. And then Swerve, like he got a point. There is other black people on the brand that should be up. Like the street process, they don't have to turn on each other. Just do a draft where they get separated, and that's how Montez is on. Carmelo Hayes, he shouldn't be losing all the time, but it's like it really Swerve really shouldn't have spoke on it because now they really getting pitted against each other for no reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
But whatever happened to freedom of speech, though, bro? Like,
real quick.
Hold on. Yeah, Mr. Black Couch, we can go.
Real quick, I'm just for the fans from the fan standpoint. Let me tell you why the fans are not genuine as fuck either with this. Talking about Swerve is basically they turned on Swerve because he brought this shit up. But y'all the same people that watch wrestling content about wrestling content creators who talk about how black people are never on the PLE. So if you don't fuck with Swerve, I say the same shit all the time. But y'all eat that shit up and go comment on all these wrestling content creators. So what's the difference? Now the fans are acting oblivious, like they don't know what the fuck you talking about. Y'all complain about this shit every month.
Yep.
So I'm confused.
And worse on Black History Month. Worse on that.
And D wants to answer your question, like freedom of speech, it exists, but it says it's two black people getting pitted against each other. I don't like it.
Hold up.
Right here, Cam.
What's up, man?
Right here, Cam. If you watch
I
in the
think you got
background, mute that,
in the
please.
background,
Yeah. Let me see. All right. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, you got. There you go. Thank you. It's right now. Okay. Now, let's talk about that a little. Oh, their mic isn't connected. My bad. Okay, here we go with this. I want to say this real quick about this. Montez Ford, great talent. Andrew Dawkins, now he's a great talent because he actually worked his ass off and over the time in NXT and everything else, he got better. I love that shit. Shout out to you, right hand Cam. We'll get you in a second. And I want to hear your thoughts on this too as well. And welcome to the P.U.W.F. And everyone watching, hit that like, subscribe, comment, leave some comments down below, live and anything else. 25 people watching, 25 people shaking their asses for the P.U.W.F. and Black House Cooking. Now, Booker T, we have a meme for you. People are talking about you in the wrong light in the last couple of months, and you know damn well why. From your inappropriate behavior on fucking commentary that we got, where we literally, thank you for freaking bringing this up myself, thank you, sir, is the fact that we have this button now because of you.
Hey man, why gotta be my face still gotta be on there, man?
Every time, man.
It's your video, motherfucker.
Every time I hear Booker T, I feel like you've got a lotion bottle on the table when you're doing it.
Hey, it didn't even make it seem like you're talking about Booker T. My face just popped up and it's like, oh yeah, that's the dude right there.
That's the guy.
Now, right hand Cam, if you have anything in the background, can you mute it, please?
Right hand Cam,
or check out your muting. Check the echo for a second.
Yeah, I think it might be coming because he might have it up in the background with sound on.
Yeah, he does. Hey, right hand Cam, come out and log out and log back in again, please. Thank you.
Can y'all hear me?
There's an echo in the background.
Real bad.
Thank you. Yeah. There we go. Kind of disappeared now. Perfect. Okay. But to say this right now, okay. Here's the problem that's gonna happen unless they switch shit up, and I'll talk about this. Let's say Oba goes up, right? Oba goes up in 2026, 2027. Say it like that.
Okay.
by that time, either Cody had dropped the belt, or Roman had dropped the belt, or CM Punk has the belt, or Seth has the belt. Like, do you see him effectively having the belt for a year? For like, let's say a year.
Obafemi?
Yes.
I think if Obafemi loses that stand in the liver, he's getting caught up now, and they're gonna put him in the mid card division because think about this: you could have him be in the mid card division, don't win the title immediately, get some quality wins, have some good feuds, then he eventually got to the IC title. Then he had like a 300-day reign or something like that. Then once he drops it, then he's one of the top contenders going into that next Royal Rumble following that. And then heading into WrestleMania, he's gonna be headlining WrestleMania because of how done of an IC title reign he had. Then he was able to win the Royal Rumble. I think that's what they should do with him. Call him up, have him do some mid card stuff first, then build him up to that world title picture. And I think he'll win and have a long reign with it.
As long as he don't get pinned, he could lose but not get pinned.
Yeah, have him lose in a triple threat match.
Yeah, that. I mean, you could do it like that, or you could do it like the Obafemi way. Like he just If you want to do it like the grind where he gets every belt just for fun, kind of like Thanos, then he gets the USA belt, gets bored of it, relinquish it, goes to Intercontinental, gets Intercontinental, does it for a while, relinquish it, gets bored of it. Like just one after the other. If he does the whole like I've done everything and now I'm the ruler and then I'm getting bored again. If they're doing it, I mean he could become the WWE Kenny Omega, where he can have all the belts.
Yeah,
USA,
like they know with the
the tag team. Yeah, that's
like
what you got to do.
Yeah,
if you want to make him strong, that's the way you do it. Honestly,
Obafemi books himself.
Think you're done. Yeah,
Obafemi books himself. Think about this.
Yeah.
He holds the title, right? The NXT World Title. He holds it up through Royal Rumble, right? He's in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
They put him in the Royal Rumble as NXT World Champion. Okay?
I think that's
he dominates the Rumble. He beats Kane's record for how many people he's thrown out. And wins the Rumble as a wild card. Nobody sees it coming. It just shocks the world.
Yeah.
You have the NXT World Champion just dominate the Rumble and win the Rumble. Now he's going to be challenging the World Champion at WrestleMania. As his first match on the main roster, it's against the World Champion, and he wins the title.
I mean, I can see that.
Shock the world. Now this is where he gives up. He relinquishes the NXT World Title.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about
competition here.
Hey, Joe been on the road lately about this shit, man. Joe been on the road.
I know, but with influential sports, I think he's not going to lose in a stand and deliver because they have kind of made. This is why. This is specifically why they've made this weird lore about him. Like he can't be beaten singles unless like overpowering on like the guy is super powerful, and he has never been beaten in two guys against one, and it's going to be a triple threat, right? For stand and deliver. They already said it. So 2 guys against Oba, unless it's either Trick as the leader of Dark State or Javon as the leader of Dark State. And if Dark State doesn't interfere in the triple threat match, Oba retains.
It got to be
Trick
Javon.
needs to go up. No, go on.
It got to be Javon because it will add to his character. Like imagine him leading a group in NXT and him walking around with the NXT championship. Like it'll add. And then as far as Trick goes, he don't need to be in NXT any longer. They should.
No, yeah.
They should have him go up, have him and Carmelo be a tag team because he understands it now. He understands why Melo crashed out. And then you make Miz a manager, then he managed them to win the tag team championships. Like that's what you can use Miz for. He don't need to team with Carmelo. He can be a manager, be a mouthpiece for them to tag team.
Hey,
Now,
Trick is taking that pin. I hope y'all know that. Trick taking that pin.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah,
Javon's not taking that pin. Javon's been taking pins for the last 4 or 5 fucking months. He's done. But since we're talking about it, this is Booker T, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to NXT right now. Blue, let's go. NXT time with D-Walk. And I gotta set it up right now for us. There we go.
NXT time with D-W.F. About wrestling, let me tell you the part. Cause it's coming from deep in my heart. And it different.
Wait a minute, we got D-Walk Kingston in the motherfucking building?
Yeah.
He had a character change.
D-Walk.
Shout
Maggie 9 Kingston over there.
Oh, I got it. Right, here we go. Okay. Now let's talk. I was saying there's 4 suspects who are the leader of Dark State. I'm gonna bring in right hand cam. Let's see if you sound better now. Here we go. All right. Can you hear us, sir? Give us a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, please. All right. Well, you'll come back eventually. All right. The 4 suspects who are the suspects of Dark State are as follows: Javon, Trick, Stacks, Ava.
I was thinking
Because
Stacks
Ava,
too.
I was thinking Stacks too, because he keeps doing like the Dawn keeps asking him, do you trust him? But Ava when Dark State attacked Trick and Javon and Oba, they showed in the video. You have to go back and watch it. In the video, they showed that Ava was smiling while Dark State was whooping everybody's ass. And someone brought up in a Reddit thread that Ricky Starks has been saying when he got here, this place is fucking chaos. This place is fucking chaos. No one can control stuff. So this is Ava's way of controlling the narrative. Like, you guys are being chaotic. Okay, I'll just send Dark State after your asses to remind you this is my fucking show. Because there is no order in NXT right now. There's just you do whatever the fuck you want. Honestly. Just go into Ava's office and scream about 4 or 5 times. So your thoughts on, and we'll go to Fluential Sports, is it Stacks, Javon, Trick, or Ava?
I hope it's Javon Evans because it will add to his character. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was Stacks based off the segment that they did when the family with them going through all them, and then the way his energy with Tony D'Angelo, like it's just been off lately, and they might have Stacks' turn. And the guy that he did, the black dude, saying that he declined Harvard, that's one of the funniest things I've heard. Who declines Harvard?
Ooh, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on a minute. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Someone who you're not talking about, who's a dark horse for this group that could be the leader, Andre Chase.
No.
They're called Dark State. Dark State as like a state university.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
It could be, but he's doing his own thing with the college boys now. So he's making his own Andre Chase University.
But maybe that's a Swerve.
Yeah. But I think
he wouldn't fit. He wouldn't fit aesthetic wise. That's why I don't think they would do that.
Yeah.
That shit would be weird.
It just seemed random.
Javon Evans is the best choice look wise to me, and isn't a good choice because that means, damn, this motherfucker gotta stay on NXT. Like, nah, bro, we don't need another year of this shit, bro.
Damn it, you're gonna make the scrawniest motherfucker leader of a group where everybody else is jacked to hell.
Yeah, so they can do that. Then turn them into a heel, make them do the dirty work.
Because think about it. I was gonna say because
Go on,
think about this, like look at the way that Trick and Oba been treating him getting attacked. That's playing to the story where he trying to throw people off. Where it's like they call me the underdog, and they don't realize that I'm the whole one that's running this. I'm the person behind this, causing all this chaos.
I don't call him the underdog. I call him the underweight.
I know, but this is the point. This is the point. Look, Johnny Gargano became a champion even though he had a small size and a stature. Javon Evans, once Trick and Oba leaves, he's gonna be world champion. He's going to be NXT world champion, whether we like it or not. It's gonna happen because guess what? Ethan Page just went back to TNA, so he's gonna be there for a while. He ain't getting the belt back.
Hang on, sir. Johnny Gargano is bigger than weighs more than Javon, so
he's not taller. But he's not taller.
Javon's stature is still bigger though.
Yeah.
Javon looks like fucking Slender Man. What the hell you mean? That motherfucker, like his arms so damn thin, look like you could snap a twig. Like, come on, man.
Guess what?
Listen, Swerve is predicting the future. Swerve. I'm sure they're looking like, look at this Javon Evans motherfucker. Didn't Swerve used to have red dread when he was Isaiah Scott with the North American Championship?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Give him a couple years, he could look like that.
And guess what, Joe? Would you want to have a Twig or Eddie Thorpe as champion? Because that's all we got left. Because Rich Holland should never, ever touch that fucking belt. Not the North American nor the NXT Championship. None of those fucking belts.
Shit, he might go back. Shit, Brawling Brutes 3.2.0, baby. Let's do it.
Good.
I'd rather have a midget come out of the crowd and win the title.
We ain't got that. We got Javon.
Hey, we don't
got
say
Trick,
midgets, bro. We can't say midgets no more.
I know.
just did.
Give me a second.
Well, it's too late
I
for that.
gotta press the button. I gotta press the button. I don't want to.
Javon is a good choice.
Daddy, chill. No,
Yeah.
no more of that.
I rather.
Oh my God.
Nope. Stop your eyes right there.
Oh my God.
You can't call them midgets no more. You got to call them dwarfs, bro.
Okay. Well, okay.
Let's call little people.
And the midget issue 411, and it's the dwarf.
I'd rather have a micro brawler come out and fight.
Okay, let's get back to before Joe gets all crazy again. Look, NXT right now is stacked. Look, the women's division is stacked in NXT right now. The men's not so much. Not so much. So you got to take what you got, and what you have right now is just 3 top dogs: Oba, Trick, and Javon. Well, you like Javon or not, Joe, he's a top contender for the championship in the future. Not now, but in the future. Oba is not going anywhere for a long time by the looks of it. If he loses the belt instead of deliver, yeah, he'll go up and he'll go the Raw after WrestleMania. And then
that wouldn't make any sense.
But I know. But that guess what? He goes there, then what? He can't go after Cody. He can't go after fucking the SmackDown champion. So yeah, he'll have to go after Braun or whoever the U.S. champion is. Like it's a demotion for him.
LA Knight.
Yeah, but I say wait a year for Oba until next year, and then next year get the belt off him, because right now the landscape between Roman, Cody, Seth, and all these motherfuckers, they're not gonna. He's gonna get buried. Yeah, he's gonna get buried, and I don't want that for him. He doesn't deserve to get buried. The guy's he is a artistic genius in NXT right now. He can sell and he can talk.
He would be the one that would beat Jey Uso probably for the belt.
Yeah,
probably in 1 minute, and that's all he needs. Like Gunther was the shit. Meet Oba. And someone left a comment saying that Oba should come and squash Jacob Fatu. I disagree. Oba should have a stalemate with Jacob Fatu to the point that it's just a 10 count. Both the guys on the floor.
No,
and they just,
well, look what they're doing with Braun Strowman. They're already pretty much doing that.
Braun is like someone took 2 action figure dolls and put them together, and the legs don't fit the body. That's Braun. We're talking about Oba. Okay, Oba is a guy that you can credibly believe that he can go toe to toe with Jacob Fatu and maybe have a stalemate. A stalemate, not maybe the first time. The second time, he can do a whole little like Rocky montage like the Dawn did, get stronger, and then fight Jacob Fatu right now, whether we like it or not, is the future of WWE, because you got to be vicious and psychotic to survive.
I bet you never thought you'd be saying those words.
What?
Right.
That Jacob Fatu is the future of WWE from where he came from.
I've always liked Fatu. Motherfucker, shout out to Tim and MLW when Fatu was sitting down with a fucking little small Hennessy and some Newports.
You and Tim used to always say, like, this smoking, drinking motherfucker is never going to make it to WWE. They're never going to sign him.
Yeah, guess what? He doesn't have a fucking small Hennessy and Newport next to him now, so he actually looks credible. You can't have a promo where you're like, no, my life sucks, and you have a Hennessy, and every time you cut to him, that Hennessy gets smaller and smaller. Like, motherfucker, you've been drinking during takes. No. That's what I mean. I like Jacob Fatu now, but let's go back to this.
He was dumping one out for the homies during breaks.
Okay, first off, speaking of a black champion or a possible black champion in the future, Black Couch Booking talked about this on his YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe, and Fluential Sports as well. NXT Time with D-Walk, Mr. Flynn 810, Joe BNCO, and myself, if you want to. Now, Jada Parker comes out and talks with Jordan Grace and all that shit, all that jazz, and says that, hey, you know, I deserve to be with there. I should go after the La Primera and all this. It depends, because Jacob is getting weight fast. He is getting weight. Now, the part that I hate, and I told you about this, Joe and D-Walk, I hate that in NXT you can lose your way to the top. you can constantly lose and lose and lose and lose, but then you can get title opportunity after title opportunity. Like I talked about, the men's division is very small. The women's division is overly stacked to the point that Kylie Armstrong and Kendall Gray, who are on Evolve, check out my Evolve podcast with Terrell and CJ Wolfie on Thursdays. They have women out the ass over there, but then you keep putting Jada Parker over.
Yeah.
And so your thoughts on that? I know you guys talked about that on Wednesdays on NXT Tonight with D-Walk, but Fluential Sports, what's your thoughts on Jada Parker losing her way to the top?
And I like Jada Parker. I think she does good promos. Like, she's one of the best promos in NXT. I think the segment with Mickie James a few weeks ago when she told her to just take her opportunity, I think that was really good, and it kind of plays into the story more than the fact that they're doing something with her and Jordan Grace. Like, I think that's cool. Like, I don't think that match gonna have a definitive winner next week. It's essentially a number one contenders match. I think they're just gonna get to a triple threat match, and Jada Parker will probably take the pin there so Jordan Grace can get the title. But I like Jada Parker, and it's like, it makes sense that she's doing this. Like, I don't really know what she is now, whether she's a heel or a face, but I think it's cool what they're doing with a potential triple threat with them two and Stephanie.
Okay, all right. Black Couch Booking.
I don't like it, man. I don't like it at all. Cause like you said, cause think about it, she ain't even fucking beat Lola Vice. So how the fuck are we even here right now? What the fuck? And then listen, I prefer her over Lola Vice. Even shout out to Lola Vice.
Did her and Lola Vice switch those matches? Were they 1-1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
they never
like,
had a match?
no.
Nope.
So I'm like, and if they knew Stephanie wasn't gonna hold that North American shit, they could have just swapped her and Fallon Henley and let her take the North American shit, and then she could have just went against Jordan Gray. Like, we wasting fucking time.
I was gonna wait before I spoke on that, but that ladder match is lazy. You did a ladder match last year to crown the North American Championship
on the exact year. Thank you.
That's why I was
back.
You should have just did a 10-woman battle royal. Look at how deep the roster is. Get 10 women being a battle royal, and that's how you determine a new champion. Like, or because Stephanie could have held both titles, and she lose the North American Championship because she wrestled on 2 matches in one night. Like, her holding it, if you're gonna do that, have her hold it till stand and deliver. And if you don't, have her lose to Fallon Henley, because the point of her successfully retaining both titles doesn't matter if she got to relinquish the other one the next week. That's stupid. And then last lost to Zarya. Are we serious?
Now, okay. To the fact of that, in NXT Time with D-Walk, we've been wanting a Zarya versus Lash match. I've been waiting for that for a long ass time since like she just came in about a few months.
People been forgetting about.
Yeah, what?
I said people been forgetting about Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka don't even need no tag partner. She shouldn't even got with Zarya.
I get
she
that.
could be by
I
herself.
get that. I get that, but at the same time, oh man, shout out to the Black Couch Booking. I appreciate you for passing by. But with this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. The fact that you have all these wrestlers right now, right? And you have Sol Ruka and Zarya. Let's talk about Zarya and Last Legend. Now, I think Last Legend and Jakar are going to break up because they keep doing these weird like schisms lately, but they might be just repetitive. That's just me. Doing the same, as you said this before, Influential, doing the same ladder match you just did last year again with almost the same characters, because you got Kaylani, you got Zarya, and you got like one more person in there. No, you only got Kaylani and Zarya for now. And so Ruka's going to be in that match again. Boom. Last Legend might be in that match again, even though you don't need 2 heavies. Like, why are we doing this? It's like Stephanie could have lost, and I hate Fallon Henley. But as much as I fucking hate Fallon Henley could have took the belt and then had a match and Stand and Deliver and then lost it to somebody else.
First off,
hold on, Joe. Ed, go.
Oh, the thing with the Meta Girls, I don't really get what they're doing because they teased it on TNA, but they still ended up winning the match. So that's why it was kind of pointless. So I hope it's not like an Austin Theory and Grayson Waller thing where they're going to keep teasing them breaking up and it's just not going to happen. I just felt like the spot on TNA was unnecessary. But yeah, that's all I have to say on that.
Okay.
All right, Joe.
So first off, I got a couple things to say. First off, the Meta Girls. I have a feeling that they booked Zarya versus Lash so the fans can get what they wanted and see the match finally. But I feel like they also booked Lash to lose the match because they're going to have Jakara Jackson win on the other end because we don't know who else is in the tournament. So I feel like if they put Jakara in, there would be a good chance for her to step up.
If they do Jakara Jackson and Sol Ruka, that's a tough one to predict because I could see I could see Sol Ruka winning just because the Meta Girls are doing stuff in TNA right now. They got a story over there, so that'd be an excuse for them not to be in the match.
True, but I see Jakara winning because they're trying. I see them starting to push her more.
Yeah,
they're trying to push Jakara Jackson more than they are Lash.
Now, I hope because Last Legend was in last year's ladder match. It's Jakara Jackson in this year's ladder match. Like, give her a shine. Like, give her a chance. Like, Last showed out. Let Jakara showed out. And Jakara's been. We've talked about this at NXT's time with D-Walk. She's been getting better and better and better every time she's in a match. And I like that about that. She's the Montez Ford of that tag team in the sense. And Lash is getting better too, getting more confident, a little sloppy sometimes, but the majority of the time, really good. So I want to say on that, I'm happy. I'm super happy that I'm not happy about this fucking ladder match. Again, I don't need to fucking see another fucking ladder match. I'd rather see a match. And we don't even know who Fraction are gonna fight on Stand and Deliver if they're even gonna fight.
They could have did
even if they're gonna fight. Huh?
Even could have did a tournament, the Battle Royal, a 6-pack challenge, anything but a ladder match, which you just did last.
Yeah. Gauntlet. You could have done a fucking gauntlet for the belt.
Yeah, I think they're gonna put Fraxium versus the Hardys again and put the NXT titles on the line since the Hardys beat them last time.
By the way,
they're not gonna do that. The Hardys, they got stuff going on with the Nimble Brothers right now. And that's gonna be the rebellion match probably. So I don't think they're gonna have them losing a week before they had a match on the TNA pay-per-view.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
So I make them look vulnerable so when they win, they looks more believable. Well, more like, yeah, it's the Hardys. The Hardys won the match. Holy cow.
I don't need Hardys again. I don't want to see Hardys for Fraxium. But here's the problem. We talked about the tag team division. Yeah, go on.
It was cool for one time. And it'll be too soon to do it again.
Yeah, they're still doing the schism for Fraction because now Fraction's like, oh, because I guarantee you, one Axiom comes out like, hey, why didn't you let me fight Ray Phoenix? Oh, I don't know, mate. They're gonna get another schism of that shit, so they're gonna keep playing that shit forever. And I want to see Fraxium defend the belt on Stand and Deliver. Like, this is WrestleMania, and you're WrestleMania, and you're not even on the fucking card. Like, what the fuck?
There's WWE shits on tag teams.
Go on, Ed.
This might throw you off for a loop, but Swipe Right, and then they look pretty cool. What if they do something with them? I mean, it would be kind of random, but they did tease it a little bit backstage when they had them talking to Fraction. So
yeah,
maybe
they're fighting. Yeah. Okay. I respect that. No, because they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight Fraxium on this week's episode that's coming out. It's smart. Yeah.
Oh, you said the match this week.
Yeah, it's this week. Yeah, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight him on Tuesday. That could be a schmoz. There could be a schmoz where, because again, I've seen Swipe Right on Evolve. Check out my Evolve post review podcast with Terrell and CJ Wolfie and Cardi M, but on Thursdays. But I only see them in one match, so and they're pretty good. They remind me of like a very fluid DIY, very fast, very just in your face. If they, it would be an upset if they fight Fraxium and Stand and Deliver. Like they fight him on Tuesday, something happens where
You remember when they had Gable win when they won by count out? Have it be something kind of like that, like Fraction they get counted out because Action wasn't able to get back in the ring in time because he was hurt. Then it lead to a match that Stand and Deliver for the tag titles.
That works. Yeah, give the belts to Swipe because like they're trying to push Evolve like crazy. So giving the belts to Swipe Right would give them a chance for like people to watch Evolve. The only downside of that is that Evolve has already been pre-taped and been recorded for months now. So they're not going to come out on Evolve as the champions. They're just going to come out on NXT as the champions, which is fine. I mean,
unless they cut and splice like an interview or something in.
Yeah, they could. I mean, oh God. What else happened on NXT? Oh yeah, like I said, we saw the family talk about the info on everybody else on the dark states on Sugar and Dion and Cutler James and the other guy Osiris. And I like and by the way, you can go to Wikipedia and all that was there is there. So they just copied Wikipedia. That was pretty funny. What are your thoughts on Joe? What are your thoughts on this being that's the way we get to know them by like just learning their stats?
I liked it. I liked the way they did that. How they did like the mob is using their FBI connects to get the files on these guys so they can look and see what they got in their background and what they look like and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's like an old movie.
I think the family was the best group to do it too. Because you got Tony D, who's the head. You got Stacks. He trying to prove that he can be the lead guy. Then you still got that suspicion of can they really trust each other at this point. So I think it was the best group to do it, getting that information on them, especially with them being a babyface group. So
next is who got the information.
Yeah, that's true.
Was it Sachs that pulled the information in?
Yeah,
I think. Didn't they all have like their own individual thing they had to do? Like they were all doing it together. But it was charge, I think.
Could have been one person that got all the files and then passed them out at the table.
True.
Yeah.
But at the same time, with this happening, we get a little bit more Dark State, and because of that, Dark State are gonna fight next week. Oba, Trick, and Javon in a 3-way tag match. 3 of the 4. We don't know which 3 of the 4. They're doing Freebird rules, so we don't know which 3 are they gonna be. But predictions, D-Walk, which 3 are gonna start the match?
Which 3? Shit. I think it's gonna be the Obafemina.
No, oh my God! Which 3 of Dark State?
I got Stefan. It's gonna be big dudes. I don't know the name. I don't know exactly the name of them. Stefan.
We're all big.
No, not really, except for Sugar. There's Sugar, Osiris, Cutler, and Dion.
Dion, Cutler, and somebody else. I don't know.
Okay. And Fluential, which 3 start the match?
I'm still trying to figure out the names for all 4 of them.
It's fine. It's Dion, Osiris, Cutler James, and Sugar. His name is actually Sugar.
Is that the black dude?
Yeah, the one that only has one sleeve.
Yeah, the one that declined Harvard. Yeah, he definitely gonna be in the match.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I'm trying to put faces and names. Who?
Yeah.
Cutler's the white guy. Dion's the one with the glasses, and Osiris is Oba knockoff.
Cyrus and Dion. I see. Yeah, them 2 and Sugar. I think those gonna be the 3.
I get that. Joe, which 3?
Osiris, Dion, and Cutler.
Okay. I think it's Sugar. I think it's Sugar, Osiris, and maybe I want to put Dion, but then I think I would put I'll put Cutler. Because he said the guy's like a freaking like just a guy that can go for days, like their version of John Wick. That's like he has a limited stamina, so that would work against a guy that would like power bomb you like Oba or like trick shot like like that. So that would work. And Sugar, I just imagine Sugar being like the hyena of the group, just running around like crazy. So that's like
he'll probably be like a Tonga type.
Yeah, I like that. Like just small, but he's just like the nutsy, like the crazy one in the whole group. So I do like that shit. So that's gonna happen. We also, what else happened on NXT? We had that. Oh yeah, let's talk about the main event. This pissed me the fuck off. Shawn Spears versus Ricky Starks. First off, Ricky Starks anoints everybody by like walking on the apron and kissing his fingers and kissing the girls' heads. So that's something that happens. And he beat Sean Spears faster than Ethan Page. Ethan Page came out and attacked him. So I'm gonna rephrase this for Joe, and then we go from left to right. How is it an ex-AEW wrestler won the belt to lose the belt to an ex-AEW wrestler to then get attacked by another ex-AEW wrestler? All over 30.
Tell me WWE isn't watching the product.
Go on, keep going. Because I'm gonna have a rant, but I'm gonna be
I'm just saying. You tell me WWE isn't watching the product. Tell me WWE isn't watching AEW's product when they're pulling young talent away from AEW, and they're booking them against each other and booking them in championships faster than anybody.
Yeah.
They're doing this on purpose. WWE is pushing these young talent and giving them titles faster than anybody in their company history. To highlight the AEW guys as a slap in the face to the other company.
And that
it's a slap in the face to AEW. Like, you let it go, you let these guys go, you didn't respect them enough, and now we're going to capitalize and make them superstars.
Yeah. I mean, but Fluential Sports, your thoughts on this?
Okay. Sean Spears, I like how he won the championship. I enjoy how he won it, and I'm not the biggest Sean Spears fan, but he should have kept that title till Stand and Deliver. If you want to be for Ricky Saints, have him win there. Doing this on a random NXT just feels weird. And then Ethan Page, he attacked him. Then he showed up on TNA 2 nights later, which really threw me off because now he's getting a world title shot in TNA, which doesn't make sense. And they're having Kazarian cash in the call your shot gauntlet, essentially just so Frankie Kazarian can take the pin. Like, that's really. I know that's not a TNA podcast, but no, that's really stupid. But Ricky Saints, he should have won it at Stand and Deliver. It would have made for a bigger match. He should have lost it. The Colin interfering and it not mattering doesn't make sense. It makes Ricky look way too strong. Like, you're in a 1-on-4 battle and you won it easily. Like it just didn't matter. Like, that doesn't make sense. At least have somebody you can find to help you take out one of those guys, or find somebody backstage to take out the woman in the group. Because you winning that match against those 4 people, it's not believable that you're going to lose the title at Stand and Deliver. Like, you should have won it there, so it would have made for a bigger moment. Then you can do Ricky versus Ethan Page after that.
And TNA, the reason Ethan showed up on TNA was the fact that the show was taped this week, so they had already had it like a week or 2 in advance, already done.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that makes more sense now, because I did not realize that, but that makes more sense. But it's still like, if you knew that you was doing that, then why have him doing 2 things? Like, why are you putting him in 2 different championship pictures and he's not going to win either one of them?
Because he's talented enough to do it, and he's a good enough heel. He's a good enough heel to handle the workload.
Okay, and I understand the workload and handle that stuff. By the way, but and by the way, Fluential Sports, we are a TNA podcast, but we don't have people watching TNA. Well, we have people watching TNA, but we don't have people like talking about TNA. So you can talk about TNA, no shame in here.
Yeah, I talk about TNA all the time because especially with the crossover stuff.
Yeah, we just talk about all about wrestling in general. But the thing that pisses me off about Ethan and TNA is that Joe Hendry's hurt, and now you go to TNA to go after Joe Hendry, not before.
So now you can take the belt because Joe Hendry's hurt, and then
that's what pisses me off.
And then you're gonna have, and then guess what? Then you're gonna have Ethan Page, the first guy to take a title from one company to the other.
Joe Hendry he's not losing, because I don't think he's losing because Elijah injured him on purpose. When Elijah tried to get him off Frankie Kazarian, he purposely shouldered him, like he put his shoulder directly into his to injure him. Like, they did the circle on that later in the show. I was like, I know what Elijah on. Like, he's trying to get that title, and he taking him out story-wise with the injury. Or he could lose and they revisit it, and Joe Hendry get the title again. Then that's how Elijah get it. But I don't think he need to have. He can have another reign in the future, but I think it would make the most sense if Elijah was the one to beat him for the title.
So why don't you do this? This is going to be controversial, I know, but you have Ethan Page beat Joe Hendry for the belt.
Okay? It's a triple threat too, so Frankie Kazarian can take the pin.
Let Ethan win the title. Okay, take it back to NXT. Celebrate in the beginning of NXT. how he's the best, and he's a world champion now of TNA, and how he's the first NXT superstar to cross the line and win a championship. Do a whole promo, and then you can have that Elijah guy come out and take the title in the main event of NXT.
And I don't think it fits well into the story that they've been telling with Joe Hendry and Elijah. I see what you're doing with that, but it just don't fit well into their story.
Yeah.
You can have them.
Joe, yeah.
What? You can have them. You can have them run it back once Joe Hendry's healthy.
No, I get that. Like, if this is like a Hail Mary situation where, like, look, Joe Hendry's legitimately hurt, so we're gonna have to take it off the belt with somebody, and we need some star talent. So can we borrow Ethan Page for like a few months? Because honestly, Ethan Page ain't. But here's the thing that I don't think that's gonna happen, because Ethan Page went after Ricky Saints after the match. And so it's probably going to be Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page versus Shawn Spears in another triple threat in Stand and Deliver, which makes no. We already have like 3 triple threats.
It's going to be one-on-one.
Shawn Spears playing, they probably won't do that. But the TNA thing, just one more thing about that. Frankie Kazarian calling his shot is stupid. Like, why? Like, obviously, Joe Hendry is injured, but the fact that Ethan Page, he came in there and he just gets a title shot for whatever reason. Now he's cashing in his cardio shot gauntlet just to take the pin. Like, you can have Frankie be a champion for a few weeks. Like, he don't have to keep it long.
Mm-hmm.
You just become a constant theme now in all these companies where you get in these contracts, you just failing to cash in now. What's the purpose? Not every title reign got to be long.
Right.
Yeah. True.
Drew McIntyre, good example. Yeah. Drew McIntyre, perfect example. His title reign lasted what? A minute, 2 minutes?
True, but at the same time, you gotta remember this. Yeah.
What's sad?
I think Drew McIntyre deserves the actual reign with the championship in front of the fans, because he still ain't got that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He played into title into different role for different storylines. I mean, he did what he had to do.
But here's what I say about that, like about this whole thing that's happening at NXT. Like, you have not that many people, like I said, in the men's division for the North American or the main belt. We know this, but to insult our intelligence as NXT fans, I was happy Shawn Spears got the belt. He always deserved to get a belt, but he came back as Shawn Spears. You didn't come back as the perfect 10, which it would have been better if you did for me. But you're Shawn Spears. I get it. You have a whole group try to defend you to keep the belt, and they failed. When in the family doing it against them, they succeeded. So one person is stronger than 4. Okay, whatever. Then you have Ethan Page come out because Andre Chase and the frat boy said Ricky Saints is doing an Ethan Page better than Ethan Page, which pissed him off. That's the reason he went outside at the end. So if we don't get a Shawn Spears, I mean, we're probably going to get a Shawn Spears versus Ricky Saints rematch for Stand and Deliver or a triple threat, like I said. And just to exchange that North American belt between those 3 guys, 3 ex-AEW wrestlers that's been there for less than a year. Ricky Saints has been there for like a month at the most.
Yeah,
Ethan Page won the world title in a month.
Yeah, but then you have all these guys just
Shawn
be
Spears
there.
the only one.
Yeah,
Shawn, he the only one that was in WWE, right? The other 2 was never there.
No.
Okay.
Exactly.
If Shawn Spears came back as Todd Dillinger, the pop he would have got would have been insane. Because remember when JDC came back as Fandango?
Mm-hmm. And he didn't want to come back as Fandango.
He wasn't
like,
Fandango.
Thanks for the Fandango thing.
Yeah, but
they fucked up the music.
Yeah. They did fuck up the music. They're like, oh, thank you for that, but I'm not Fandango. I'm JDC. I'm like, I get it.
Hey, he wasn't so important. They probably thought he still worked there. Man, you still work here?
It happens. And I feel bad for him because of that, because all these wrestlers that are in other places like Santino came back, he got a huge pop, but then you got your daughter and she's getting buried by everybody. You got Jordan Grace that she was in TNA, and the person and by the way, shout out to Evolve. The person that she threw was Trill London. He's a wrestler that loves Jeff Hardy, He had the Jeff Hardy pants too when he got thrown over the ropes by Jordan Grace. Which, by the way, Jordan Grace put out a tweet afterwards saying, "I just got called in. I have to go to the back now and do a drug test to prove that I'm not on steroids." So shout out to Jordan Grace. Funny
Yeah,
joke.
he said test it because why did you throw him like that?
Two things. One,
Yes.
that young man was made into a cuck. That was one. In a short amount of time. And then two, we were talking about AEW guys. We didn't talk about Lexus King, who's the Heritage Cup champion, also.
We don't
That's
talk
another
about Lexus
AEW
King.
guy.
We don't talk about Lexus King. We don't talk about Lexus King because Lexus King is not even like the same guy anymore. He's just the guy that became WWE. Like Sean Spears came back as Sean Spears, right? He didn't change his gimmick or his
No,
face.
he stayed AEW.
Lexus King did not come in as Lexus King. Lexus King came in like as something else, and then he's like, "I'm this," and I consider him a WWE guy. I don't consider him an AEW guy. In my standards, because you changed your gimmick for WWE so much now that they had to change the rules for your cup. You have the cup only for that reason because they're booking you that way.
Hey, I bet you Lexus King mad that Ricky Starks just got there, and he a North American title champion, and he got a goddamn trophy.
Ethan Page has been world champion already still.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though, with Lexus King, he's fucked because he's gotta have the cup forever. There's not that many people that will take the belt off, that take that cup off him at all. And now he's gonna have that cup as a trophy and as a curse for
Unless
as
he
long
retires
as he
it. Unless he retires it.
And that's sad. That's the one time you don't want to retire it. Like you suck so much that you started and retired the cup because nobody else can beat you, and because there's no one else.
Why is that sad? That's not sad. That's being like, I'm better than everybody on this roster. Nobody can beat me, so I'm going to retire this championship because nobody can take it from me.
Yes, in a standard wrestling match and standard storylines. But if you have a cup which you make your own rules and then you cheat to keep those rules, that's not a legacy. That's just you holding a belt because you don't want to, like, your baby. You don't want to give it up to somebody else. That's it. For me,
I don't know, man.
For me.
I just feel like he's gonna get that North American title soon.
Okay, that's fine. Look, good for him. La-di-da. North American title is all crappy anywhere else. I will say this. If you guys want to talk about Raw and SmackDown, I'm gonna be out of here because I gotta wake up tomorrow morning early. This is NXT time. Now that you guys talk about Raw and SmackDown, if you guys want, I will say this to close out NXT. If I see another AEW fucking wrestler get another fucking belt as soon as possible, I'm gonna be fucking pissed as fuck. Stand and deliver though. Are you
gonna be mad? Are you gonna be mad when Penta wins the IC title and Ray Phoenix wins the US title?
That's different. That's Penta and Phoenix. I just showed my girlfriend Chelsea Green.
You said AEW guys. Those were AEW guys.
Okay, you know what? Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll put the button for myself. Here you
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
And Penta's not even been here 3 months. He's only been here a month.
I know. Shout out to Influential Sports. You had to go to. Shit. I will say. I mean,
and Phoenix is already pushing for the title.
I know, but Phoenix versus Nathan Frazier kind of got like there was a botch that almost like was really fucked up, but that wasn't his fault.
But that was Frazier's fault. Frazier fucked
Yeah, Frazier fucked up that one. That wasn't our fault. I get that, but I want to say that it's just sad. Look, Penta deserves a belt, not the world belt, but the IC belt at most. Phoenix deserves the US belt or the main belt in SmackDown for the future, not now, but for the future. Like, and that's a weird difference between Penta and Phoenix. Phoenix have always had something special for Phoenix. Penta, if he can be like Pentagon Jr. or Pentagon Dark, then he deserves a belt. No questions, no standings other than that. I love that. But if he's gonna be Penta, where he's kind of like respectful but not respectful, nah. Because again, I just showed my girlfriend for the first time ever Chelsea Green or Reclusa versus Pentagon Dark.
What's he saying?
And she said, "Holy shit!"
Does she not know Chelsea Green can go like that?
She's seen Chelsea Green, but I told her, "Look, this was like 6 to 8 years ago, and this was a different Chelsea Green. She's like, okay, let's see it. And she saw it. She's like, oh my God, she broke her neck. Oh my God, why is this happening? Oh my God, why does it sound like gunshots? Because that's Lucha Underground. By the way, check out the Normies. I'll try to copy this. They also did a 3-women watch Chelsea Green versus Penta Dark, and they thought that Chelsea Green's neck was broken. That's how believable Lucha Underground was. But with that, I'm out of here. Guys, talk about Charlotte Flair, talk about the favor and stuff like that. I want to shout out to the 12 people that are watching a Black Couch Booking. Thank you for connecting with us and everything else like that.
Yeah.
Subscribe, Mr. Flint 810 NXT Time with D-Walk. I myself do Evolve post review podcast. Hope you guys can pop by soon and watch it, even though D-Walk never watches it.
I do. I comment and everything.
Okay, what episode was the last one?
I don't know. I just said, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
All right.
Love you, bro.
I love you too.
Anyway,
here, guys. Yeah.
Let's talk about. Yeah, we definitely got to talk about Charlotte Flair and Tiffany because they deleted WWE deleted the whole segment that we need to talk about. WWE deleted from history.
All right. I'm gonna intro myself out. You guys keep going. All right. I'm out.
All right, brother, man.
Love you, man.
Damn, Rican, where you found this?
P.U.W.F exclusive. This is the podcast for unappreciated wrestling fans. If you don't like it, suck our D-Walk, Joe BNCO, and the Invisible Man.
Where can I find you? Right hand camera, you talking about Alex? You can find him at Rican Reactions. Rican Reactions. He's on YouTube, X, all over the place.
Yeah.
Instagram. I think he has a Patreon as well.
OnlyFans.
No, not OnlyFans. He does Patreon because he gets content that is very very raw and controversial.
Yeah. Tell him he's running for mayor too. Vote for him.
Yeah, he's running for mayor. 2028, 2032, 2032.
Yeah, 2032.
There you go. Thursday Rican Reactions on YouTube. There you go. Thank you, Invisible Man, with the invisible hand. Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton.
Charlotte, no ass.
We're not talking about that. We already dealt with meat curtains and muscles in the first half of this show.
Oh man, I just get mad every time I see her. She got no ass. It's like somebody robbed her of it.
Look, and every time I see Jada Parker and Jordan Grace, I think, okay, who's got the bigger one?
Girl, she don't even look like Charlotte Flair. Don't even look like the shit she wear.
Shit. Like I said, when I look at Jordan Grace and Jada Parker, I want to slip them both the Viagra and see who's got the biggest one.
Wow.
I'm saying, okay.
Hey, fuck one, kill one. Which one you got to pick?
Huh?
Fuck one, kill one. You got to pick.
No, we ain't doing this Family Guy sitting at the bar table type shit.
You walk into it. You talking about her roast beef? You got to say it. Come on.
Look, the bitch look like she got a loose meat Arby's sandwich. I can't help that.
Fuck one, kill one. Which one?
Meat curtains, and then you got Jordan Grace, who's probably one of those people who put guys' legs up in the air.
Wow, Joe.
Just saying. Her husband Jonathan Grace probably get his legs put up in the air.
Man, shut. Wow.
He's a little guy. What do you want me to say?
No, I was just saying I agree, but you got to fuck one and kill one.
No, thank you. I'm just gonna. Can I turn the bullet on myself?
No.
Oh
no. That's being too selfish right there.
Well, I don't know. See, I'd have to know which one had the PP. So
No, you gotta take a guess. You gotta take a guess.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna move on with the conversation. Charlotte Flair and fucking Tiffany Stratton. Because Tiffany Stratton, I think Tiffany Stratton deserves to win a WrestleMania personally. I think she needs to have her legacy solidified by beating Charlotte. Charlotte doesn't need this title.
No.
First off, shots were fired, okay? Tiffany threw out the fire of she said that Charlotte was gonna she said Charlotte was gonna fail like her last 3 marriages.
Yeah.
Like she's like you're 0-3. She's like you're doing great. She's like you're 0-3 in marriages. You're doing real good in your personal life.
Yeah, she burned her ass. I would have been mad. I would have fought on her.
And then Charlotte came back with the wise Ludwig Kaiser in my DMs.
But they cut her off right after that, though.
Yep. And then they deleted the shit. WWE erased history.
Yeah, they cut that off, though.
Don't be surprised, folks, when you start going to look for WWE history and it ain't there, because they like to delete that shit. Don't be surprised if you try to go to find a Chris Benoit match and it ain't there.
Yeah.
Hard telling with WWE.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff disappeared.
Air Force Center said Charlotte looks like she smells horrible in bed.
Damn.
You got to put the comments up. You in control.
Oh. No, I ain't living for some reason.
I think that Charlotte looks like the type of person that she was the one to push for the divorce.
Yeah. But why? Well, she must have been doing something fucked up.
She said that she just felt like it wasn't working. She's like, I just felt like it wasn't working.
So why is you miserable though? Why you act like you miserable though?
And
she done lost weight. She done got face surgery. I'm confused who the hell she is.
She was trying to be one of the Real Housewives of Orange County.
She should have did OnlyFans before she did her face like that.
She was trying to be one of the Real Housewives of Orange County. Tell me I'm lying.
She should have did some nude before she lost that ass, bro.
Nah, I think she had a push-up ass pair of shorts.
Man, she should have did nude, bro. Before all that got ruined now. She don't even look the same no more.
Maybe she on crack.
I hope not.
Oh, that kind of comes off like crack, kid.
Wow.
I kind of get Pookie Williams vibes.
Wow. Next year you'll start dating Javon Evans.
Maybe.
What if that happened? And that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Or maybe she'll have a complex. Maybe she'll have a fucking nervous breakdown in the complex, start dating like Omos or something.
Damn. Why you say Omos though?
Huh?
Why you say Omos? Why you saying his big ass for?
Because he could break her in half. And then we don't got to see Charlotte no more. We could.
I wonder who stole her ass though, man. That's what I'm thinking about.
He lost the ass in the divorce. Andrade took it. Andrade took her ass. Andrade took that ass in that divorce. Made her. She paying him alimony.
Yeah, and the ass in her face.
She paying Andrade alimony.
Damn, like why you take the ass, man? He wouldn't go use it no more.
Because he was like, if I can't have it, nobody can.
He's selfish.
Everybody gets flat, Charlotte.
That's selfish right there.
Flat face and a flat ass. That's what they get. And flat titties. They got flat everything.
That's selfish, bro. Now we got to separate. I wish she retired now.
Now we got to see Charlotte the cardboard box.
Yeah. She built like a number 2 pencil.
Number 2 pencil's got more roundness than that.
She built like a popsicle stick.
Air Force Energy says she's politicking, not letting Andrade get matches. She's weird. Y'all talking about the NXT doormat. Whole locker room getting a turn. Says she's the NXT doormat. You talking about Jada Parker? Air Force? You talking about Jada? Is she the NXT floor mat? I thought that was Nikita Lyons for a little while. I'm going to play to see if he says something. Oh, there he is. He said no.
Damn, I gotta hurry up and get season tickets. I gotta get tickets so I can be my turn.
Turn number 9,500,006.
You stupid.
Please get your trash bag on the way in.
He said, "Get your trash bag on the way in." Your condom and a trash bag on the way in.
No condom. You see your trash bag. Get so stretched out, you're going to be climbing straight up in there.
Wow. Joe.
Obafemi done ruined it. Everybody going to take a turn.
He's Obafemi to ruin it.
The lion girl. Yeah, Nikita Lyons. Rawr. Can't win a match. Rawr.
Damn. She might as well do something, huh? OnlyFans. Hey, I prefer to see her OnlyFans.
That's the only place she's gonna be if she keeps her shit up.
OnlyFans and on her back. Oops.
Nikita Leone.
Hey, and she was already on the Love Show.
She was on the show with Flavor Flav.
Yeah, and she was on with Real and Chance.
She was like 19 when she was on that show, or 18.
You know, yeah, on Chances of Real Love.
Yeah, she was like 18 years old, bro. 18, looking like she was 30.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Where was her parents at?
Huh?
I said, where was her parents at?
Probably pimping her out. They're probably the ones signed her up for the show so they can get paid. Gotta put that sweet ass to use.
Right, that sound like Vince McMahon right there.
Vince McMahon might be her biological daddy. You never know.
Yeah, that's funny.
He done slept around enough. He might have about 55 kids.
Let me tell you something. That's Benny Mac.
Nikita Lyons, Lorenzo Granger. Yes, Nikita Lyons. It is sad because at one point she was amazing, but at 25 years old, stop and think about this. At 25 years old, she's 25, young girl. She's already blown out both knees and had to have complete knee replacements on both sides. She had the one side replaced, came back after all them months off and training and rehabbing and coming back, and then within a month, blew her other knee out.
Yeah.
Had to have a complete knee replacement surgery on the other knee.
Both of them.
Had to do it all again. And now she's back, and she barely wrestles or gets used. Probably because they're worried one of her knees is going to give out. And then another thing is I feel like she's too heavy. I feel like she needs to lose about 20 pounds. And I'm not saying that as a look thing because she looks beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. But at the same time, I feel like she needs to lose the 20 pounds for her knees and her health. I feel like the knees mostly because you don't want your knee replacements to go bad, because you go weight. Air Force Wrestling. She's 25 wrestling Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Viral Money. Welcome back. What's good?
What's happening?
I do agree also about Lola Vice. I feel like she does need to get pushed more because she's an actual MMA fighter, like a cage fighter.
Yeah.
So I feel like she does need to get pushed more, Lorenzo. Nikita Lyons was injured 2 times in WWE. Fault. They are not using her. Jericho Lyons. You talking about the Lion Tamer? Is Jericho the Lion Tamer?
Yeah.
Because they're gonna have to get Chris Jericho to tame that big lion.
Damn.
I think Nikita Lyons should be a powerhouse type of person in the ring. She is a powerhouse person in the ring. And if you notice, this second time back after having her second knee replaced, she came back and she changed her wrestling moves around and her set around because she's doing more standard power moves versus a lot of the bouncing and the splits and all that other stuff. She's doing more powerhouse stuff. They're saying Air Force is saying she's the female Chris Jericho. No, she's not.
No.
She ain't doing no damn moonsaults and shit and diving through the ropes.
Triple H tore both of his shit and he came back stronger than ever.
Yeah, Triple H blew his fucking quad, finished the match after blowing the quad, and then came back within 6 to 9 months, and he was stronger than he had ever been, and had the biggest pop in wrestling history at Madison Square Garden.
And then blew out his other one.
No, he didn't blow out the other one for a while. That was like...
Yeah, but still he blew out both of them. Yeah, but still he blew out both of them.
Yeah, but he came back after that 6 to 9 months.
Yeah, he came back better than he was the first time he blew his shit out.
Jericho out of his prime? Even Jericho out of his prime, Jericho's pushing 60 and can still do moonsaults and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he can still do springboard moonsaults and dives through the ropes. He's not. Nikita Lyons ain't on Jericho's level.
No.
Lorenzo says, I feel like NXT focuses on the new girls like Stephanie, Julia. They're giving them the opportunity now. Yes, Lorenzo, they are, because Stephanie and Julia are established names. They established themselves in overseas, Mexico, Japan. They're worldwide known names. They're not like they're new faces or new names to wrestling fans. They're new to WWE fans only, but if you watch wrestling as a whole product, they're not new to you. I mean, they've wrestled. Stephanie was coming off a huge match in Japan from Forbidden Door against Mercedes Moné, which is Sasha Banks. And it was title for title or something like that. And she came off of that match and got signed by WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Lorenzo says, I have a question to ask you guys. Which person on NXT getting caught up to the main roster, called up to the main roster at the Mania? Maybe after Mania.
Roxanne Perez for sure.
I would say Roxanne Perez and Trick.
Yeah.
If I had to pick two. And maybe Ethan Page?
What if they make Obafemi Lou stand to deliver and he go?
No, stop thinking like that. No.
I won't put past them now. I won't never put it past them now.
Air Force asks, what's with the NXT? What's the NXT doing with this corny ass Ashanti the Adonis BS?
Oh,
hey.
Man, we
I agree with you on that, Air Force.
It give me Diddy vibes.
Right. We've been saying that for a while.
Yeah.
Ashanti and Karen Petrovic give us all Diddy vibes. Like it's just creepy and fucking weird, and it doesn't have any place on the NXT. I think they need to get rid of Ashanti or find something different for him. Maybe put him with that group Dark State.
It's like him, all he need now is coming out with spraying baby oil on people.
That'd be funny. He should stop off at the announcer's desk and spray some on Booker T's hands. Booker T needs it for during the women's matches. especially Stephanie. Y'all there?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
No, yeah, he give me P. Diddy vibes.
No, Air Force, I agree with you. The Ashanti thing is definitely not a believable gimmick. It's a bullshit gimmick. The whole Rose and all this other bullshit. It's crap. It's crap. It's probably one of the worst gimmicks on the NXT going. I'm hoping that they break those two up very shortly and we can get some other shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you think of the Randy Orton segment?
That was good, but where's it gonna go? Is he gonna fight Adam Pearce?
You mean Nick Aldis?
Nick Aldis, is he gonna fight Nick Aldis? My bad.
I think he should because Nick Aldis is cleared to wrestle. He's never been not cleared to wrestle. He's
Yeah,
been
but we
cleared
ain't
to
never
wrestle.
seen him wrestle. That's the whole thing. I don't like we ain't never seen him wrestle, so why put him in the
know
match?
that, but if for people that watch TNA and NWA, you have seen him wrestle.
Yeah, no, we have, but people.
He's been Nick Aldis. He's been Magnus.
Yeah, I'm saying we have, but who they haven't. They will be like, who the hell is this?
When they see him walk out to the ring, and he's a big old motherfucking jacked up dude.
Yeah, he is big. No, did he?
He's big. He's big as Orton. Might be bigger. To be honest with you.
No, I think he's bigger.
I think the upper body. I think he's a little. Well, I don't know. Orton's gotten bigger. I don't know.
No,
that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. If you're looking at body physique, like physical, like body wise, like bodybuilding and stuff, like I don't know. It's going to be close size wise. Orton definitely got him in the calves and the thighs. Like he's got fucking tree trunks. That motherfucker got tree trunks for legs. He's like a kangaroo on some meta-human type shit. Because his hops are for his weight are ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
The fact that mug can get as high as he can for as much as he weighs, as heavy as his body is amazing.
Yeah,
He's gonna catch him with an RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I always have a question. Do you guys think Gigi Dolan and JC Jane getting caught up? Are they going to stay on NXT? Right now, Lorenzo, I don't see Gigi or JC getting called up to the main roster just yet. Only because they both missed time due to injuries. Gigi missed more time than JC, but they both missed time due to injuries. I see them possibly in the future, if WWE is smart and they can sign Mandy Rose back, I think that they should pull a fucking big coup and have JC, Gigi, and Mandy debut on the main roster as fatal toxic attraction again as a surprise. Like nobody sees it coming.
Yeah.
Air Force. Randy Orton gonna fake act like he's gonna help Cody during the Cena stuff, and then he's gonna turn on him. I'm just making stuff up. I don't know. I mean, Air Force. To be honest, you may be making stuff up, but I don't know. That may make sense.
Yeah.
Or you could have Orton come out to celebrate with Cody, look him in the face, and then drop him with an RKO after Cody retains the title.
Yeah.
Drop him with an RKO and then punt kick Cody and go full heel.
Yeah.
Because having a heel Orton,
yeah,
that is what should be Cody.
Yeah.
Cody should have to lose the belt, and Cody should have to work back for it like he did against Roman.
Yeah, we want to see Randy Orton and Cody anyway.
Yeah, Randy Orton and Cody needs to be done.
And it make history, and it makes sense because they back in the day. It made completely sense. They still have beef back in the day that they never brought up or attention.
Yeah, because of legacy.
Yeah.
Lorenzo has a question. What happened to Thea Hale? I wish they put her back on TV. I want to see her back on TV. We all want to see Thea Hale back on TV, Lorenzo.
Yeah.
We would all like to see Thea Hale back on TV. She was a fantastic female talent to NXT. Chase U broke up, and then they're giving everybody time off. Duke Hudson, the guy who got released.
Mm-hmm.
Riley Osborne was last seen on Evolve. And Thea Hale has not been seen since Chase U broke up, except for on X, Twitter. She posts on there pretty regularly.
Then we don't even know why they let go of Duke Hudson.
Trimming the fat. Lorenzo says, I'd like to see Chelsea Green and Ariana Grande, I guess she means Ariana Grace, be a fun team together. I like them together when they was on NXT. They have very good chemistry. They do. Chelsea got her own thing going right now that would not work with what Ariana Grace has right now. In the future, maybe. But right now, what Chelsea's doing is she's on another level right now.
Yeah.
Air Force asks, why did WWE pull Omos from his run in Japan? He was doing great just to sit around and catering for no reason. Did they pull him? I don't remember them pulling him from the Japan tour. I don't remember them pulling him. He was doing the Japan stuff, and then it was over. Last I remember.
Yeah.
Turn your alarm off, D-Walk.
No, that's the somebody blowing their horn outside.
Oh, I thought that was your alarm because someone was trying to break in your car or something.
Oh no, that's the neighbor next door.
So someone's trying to break in their car. I don't know. I don't know. The whole WWE thing really gets to me sometimes with the way they book things. I really hope we get, because I want to see Orton and KO, but now that's scrapped.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers, Randy Orton 2 years ago, Randy Orton dropped Nick Aldis with a RKO on SmackDown. If anyone remembers this.
Yeah, I remember that.
He came back the following week and he paid the fine, was $50,000. Randy Orton handed Nick Aldis a check for $100,000. And he said, why so much? And he's like, it was only $50,000. He said, that is for the next time. And Nick Aldis said, next time. And he said, just in case.
Right.
And then fast forward 2 years to 2025, Orton cashed in his fines, his excess fine money, and dropped Nick Aldis with a RKO.
Mm-hmm. So it's fine, already paid for.
He already paid that $50,000. He's already done. Carmelo got wasted for no reason on the air.
What did they do with him, bro? They might as well have kept him at NXT.
Bro, this is the problem moving NXT guys and gals up to the main roster. They don't get used. They don't get used enough. They got to be at the bottom of the barrel for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They got to be at the bottom of the barrel, and then people are like, whoa, they're burying them. They're burying them. No, they're paying their dues.
Yeah.
Just because you get called up from NXT to the main roster doesn't mean you're going to jump right into the championship.
No, not. But how many went in the last time you won a match?
Huh?
When the last time you won a match?
A couple weeks ago.
Like, he wasn't getting like this. Even NXT.
Lorenzo, I want to see Lola Vice get a championship. I think she's well deserved. for her to get a title. Do you spell entertaining and compelling? I hope they give her a mid-card title down the line.
Yeah, better than Laura Valkyrie.
I agree. Lolovai should get a title, even if it's the North American women's North American title. I think she deserves to be a champion at some point.
Yeah, better than Laura Valkyrie.
Lyra Valkyria.
Whatever. That shows you how much
Pronounce it right, sir. Pronounce it right. Lyra Valkyria.
That shows you how much I care.
Huh?
That shows you how much I care.
I don't care about the bitch either, but look, I still put respect on people's names.
Okay, you got a point there. All right.
I don't want people messing my name up.
Okay, you got a point there.
You don't want people calling you Dennis blah blah. But like, what do you mean? My name's Dennis Wawa, not Wawa. Well, Dennis. No.
Okay, all right, you got a point. My bad, Laura Valkyrie.
Lyra Valkyria.
My fault, Lyra Valkyria. Okay, my bad.
There you go. Look, you can pronunciate.
Go fuck yourself.
How many alcoholic beverages did it take for you to start doing that?
16.
See, I told you he was drinking. See, he lied.
Wow. Hey, when should she lose the belt, bro? Lyra Valkyria. When she lose the belt?
3 months ago. 3 months ago.
I agree.
To anybody. I would take Moppy. I would take Moppy coming out of the closet and pinning her.
Her wrestling is like me watching her wrestle is like eating a Popeye's biscuit. It's dry.
Salty and dry?
Yeah. No water around me or nothing.
Oh, no water.
It's like
no bread.
It's like trying to eat 3 Popeye biscuits back to back to back.
You sound like Booker T. No bread, no water.
For real.
I got to I don't know. I just Lyra Valkyrie can wrestle. She can. I just don't feel that her charisma's there.
No.
All the bird calling and bullshit, you could do that all fucking day long, but it ain't fucking flying. No pun intended. I know it was a bird reference, but no pun intended. I know it's not flying.
Yeah.
Now, I agree. What we should see now, Chelsea Green, on the other hand, that's the United States Women's Champion.
Yeah, we seen her wrestling.
Is doing great. Not only is she wrestling well, but her charisma's there. Her heel shit is there. She cuts good promos. She's a good all around performer.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green's got it all. She could be the world champion. Not even gonna lie. I could see booking her as a world champion.
I don't know. You pushed in right there too far, sucker.
Bro, tell me you couldn't see her as world champion. Think about all the comedy shit that she'd be pulling when she's world champion with her security detail. Bro, that bitch come out dressed like the president. She's gonna come out in a suit and tie.
I don't know. I don't know. When you say heavyweight championship, I want somebody serious that's one blood and everything. I don't want nobody shaking my hand.
Like I said, she's not gonna have people shaking her hand. She's gonna be like disgusted by people.
No,
like she's gonna like fake shake people's hands, like not even touch them, and then put hand sanitizer on because they were too close.
That could work.
Like peasants. Red Wolf, what up? What up, Red Wolf? How are you? You want to pop in that comment real quick? Pop it up. Since you're not doing that, do your job. Do your job.
No, it's doing it automatically.
No, it ain't. It's still got red. It's still got Air Force up there. It don't pin comments automatically. You gotta do it. You gotta do it manually. You gotta go in, click the comment, bring it up, click the comment, take it down automatically. You act like this is like an AI app. We don't got that.
All right.
Just talking about wrestling in the week during the week, sir. Mr. Red Wolf, thank you for joining us. And we're just talking about wrestling. Got through Charlotte and Tiffany, and then their beef, and WWE erasing the altercation that they had, the burn that Tiffany put on Charlotte, and then Charlotte gave one to Tiffany, and WWE erasing that. And then we're talking about the future of the company and people that aren't being used technically. Yeah. Also brought up the Randy Orton, Nick Aldis thing.
Hey, but that was a dope ass RKO he did him, though, wasn't it?
It was, and again, that goes to long term storytelling, because that whole thing started 2 years ago in 2023. That's good long term booking. I'm guessing they had this match on the back burner just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good, because Nick Aldis versus Randy Orton is going to be amazing.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And Nick Aldis gets his first ever WWE match at WrestleMania.
Do you see Nick Aldis beat Randy Orton?
No, definitely not.
I mean, so what was the whole point? I mean, like, let's say Nick Aldis win and he get, like I said, he even get his get back from he get his get back. I mean, because Randy Orton don't necessarily need this win, especially against Nick Aldis. Let's make Nick Aldis get his get back on Randy Orton for RKO him twice now.
I say let him get. I say Orton should fill the trifecta with a punt kick to his head and put him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's make Nick Aldis win so he can get his get back. You ain't finna play me like that again.
No, we don't want that, bro.
Huh?
Look, listen to me. Give the fans what they want. And the fans want Randy Orton to win the match. I'm telling you. You said it yourself. No one really knows who Nick Aldis is.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So you saying that just tells me, why the hell are you going to give the match to somebody if nobody knows who the fuck you are?
Yeah.
And if it's just going to be a one and done, really, why the fuck are you going to give him the match? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just calling it like I see it, bro.
No, I hear you.
I'm just saying I don't see where I would want to book Nick Aldis as a winner. I say you book Nick Aldis to lose to Orton, and then after you book Aldis to lose to Orton, you can have Aldis take time off,
and
you have Orton do his thing, and then you have Ava take over a SmackDown GM.
Yeah. Because it made more sense that Ava was part of the group too. Like we said.
I think it would make sense if Ava went to SmackDown, because she's been on NXT for a while. And she's been doing a good job.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that would be a better outcome, and then you can have Sean Spears or somebody take over NXT, or you can have Dark State take over NXT.
Yeah. But what if Ava part of Dark State like her enforcers, like her bodyguards? What if The Rock sent them?
I don't know. What if they? Who would be a good general manager for NXT?
Sean Spears.
He's the oldest and had pretty much the most experience.
Yeah, Sean Spears.
Oh, wait a minute. I got a bet. I got a good idea.
What?
Booker T.
Really?
Make him the GM, and he's the leader of Dark State. And he brought that group up from Reality of Wrestling.
Mm-hmm. He do that. He go. He do that. Most definitely. Zilla for 2 on his way.
Exactly. This could be where Zilla comes in.
Oh, look at you hitting on that poltergeist shit. Well, I see you.
What?
You see, you on the same vibe I'm thinking about.
Yeah, this could be where Zilla comes in. This could be the opening to Zilla Fatu.
Yes. I dig it.
And also, you got to remember, you got Journey Fatu also.
Yeah.
That's Jacob's brother.
Yeah, I dig it. Keep spinning that poltergeist, bro. Keep spinning that stuff. Whoa.
Journey Fatu's a big motherfucker.
Yeah, what else? Man, keep spinning that. Let them know.
Journey Fatu like a 2x5 up top. He's like huge.
Let them know, bro. They don't know.
You also got Hikuleo, Lance. Oh, there you go. There it is. Dark State versus the New Bloodline. You got Jacob Fatu. I mean, not Jacob Fatu. Zilla, Lance, Journey, and the other guy. I keep forgetting his name.
Oh, damn.
Boom, there's a 4-on-4 right there. And then you can bring in Rikishi to be their manager.
But like I said,
have a legend on each side. Have Booker T on the Dark State side and Rikishi on his boys' side.
But like I said, bro, ain't they about to have 3 more? Ain't they about to do 3 more Bloodline groups anyway?
They're gonna do something, or you could bring Ming in.
Huh?
You could bring in Ming. Haku.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
That too. I mean, so they got to make like 3 more Bloodline. They got to start like 3 more factions.
Let's do this. Let's get them in there. I think this is what part of what booking. I mean, this is the beautiful part about booking, and you can. It's not hard to book stuff. You just got to really think about it.
Mm-hmm. We're here to make wrestling great again, baby.
I'm just here trying to make great storylines. I'm just here to make great storylines and not get paid for them.
Yeah. It'd be nice if we got paid for it, wouldn't
it? They ain't never going to pay us. Just take our ideas and never pay us.
Damn, they already got our pride. They're taking our dignity too. Ain't that about something?
Ain't like it's the first time they've stolen our shit.
I agree.
They've stolen our shit numerous times, especially with NXT.
We been calling that shit the next day. We watched that shit like, hey, yo, you see this shit? Yeah, that is crazy.
Like, yeah, did you see? We called that last week.
We can't even get tickets.
And it's like, you gotta go back like 2 months. I called that shit like 3 months ago.
We can't even get free tickets.
Free tickets? We can't even get no bread or water.
Nothing.
No bread, no water.
No. He's stupid. You know, with the Booker T, no bread, no water. Hey, Booker T gonna have a sexual harassment claim against him soon.
Booker T gonna Oh,
I'm just waiting on it. I'm just waiting on that sexual harassment claim. In other news, we have wrestler Booker T. I'm just waiting. Just waiting.
I'm waiting on Booker T to start coming out to the announce desk with a bottle of lotion or oil.
Man, what if you come out with some baby oil or lotion, bro?
He's going to feed right into the gimmick.
Man, I'll be in tears. Hold on, let me get ready. That'd be messed up, wouldn't it?
I'd be like, oh, the girls are coming out. All right. Get ready for step.
Hey, put the baby lotion on his hand, though.
It puts the baby lotion on the Skinner, gets the hose again.
Booker getting out of line, man. He getting too happy with what he doing.
Booker T started turning to fucking cowboy guy from South of the Lambs. What do you say? Baby Booker oil. P. Diddy might have a gimmick strike against him. Can't use my oil gimmick.
Hey, I'm sure he probably been to a Booker, man. He been to a P. Diddy party. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Let me stop before I get flagged.
That's what LeBron said.
Huh?
That's what LeBron said.
Hey, I said, let me stop before I get flagged.
I doubt we'll get flagged.
Diddy go flag me from jail.
Diddy gonna flag you while he's giving a pipe to his cellmate?
Wow.
That's right. Take that WWE edition.
Take that.
Starring Ashanti the Adonis and Booker T.
Duh. I won't put it past him.
Next, a Lifetime movie, The Life and Times of P. Diddy Combs, starring Booker T and Ashanti the Adonis from the W World Wrestling Entertainment Federation.
I wouldn't put it past him. Oh, yeah.
Carmen Petrovich is playing Justin Bieber.
Wow. Wow. Why gotta be Carmen Petrovich, bro? Why can't it be Charlotte Flair? She can look like more. Her chest flatter than. Man, why can't be Charlotte Flair? Her chest flat. See?
I want to do Charlotte.
You said what?
I said I want to do Charlotte because we need someone to play the bottle of baby oil.
Damn. So Charlotte can't be. It ain't like she in a relationship.
No, we need her to play the bottle of baby oil.
Oh.
Everybody gets a squeeze.
Hmm. What about Nikita Lyons? Where's she at?
Nikita Lyons.
Uh-huh.
I'd fucking whore number 5.
You said what?
Whore number 5? I don't know. Wouldn't even give her a main role.
You want to tag that?
Huh?
You want to tag that?
Man, all the shows she been on, shit, people she been man, she been around Flavor Flav. I don't trust that.
He did.
Flav went to
He said I want to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Bro, Flav went through the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s and shit, and the 2000s. Like, how many diseases went through there? Like, nah, I'm good.
He said, "Oh, he's
That's on a dating requirement. Have you fucked or been around Flavor Flav? Yes, then you are disqualified. Go away.
He's stupid." Oh man.
Flavor Flav like a walking STD.
Damn. What happened to Sexy Red?
Huh?
What happened to Sexy Red?
Sexy Red is just like a genital wart that never goes away.
Damn. Yo. Wow.
What? Red Wolf seems to be having fun.
Wow. Wow.
He's laughing. He said I was a savage. I can't help it. Gotta talk about these things. You know how we are. We like to talk about these things. We like to make it known.
Yeah,
but
true.
You don't give a fuck.
Yeah. What he said.
I just don't give a fuck. Anyway. Yep. Let's take the women's division back to the women's division of the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the bra and panties matches.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the mud pit matches. Let's go back to lingerie matches and pillow on a pole match and dildo on the vibrator match and all this other stuff that we used to have. Let's go back to women. Let's go back to women wanting. Let's go back to women wanting to pose for Playboy because it was a big honor.
Yeah, kitchen matches where we see them who could cook.
Yep. Ass measuring contest.
Yeah.
Who got the biggest ass wins?
Yeah.
Whoever's got the biggest set of titty wins.
Who could get a boob job first?
He said, "Yep, having too much fun." Yeah, man. This is us. This is us, Red Wolf. We just wild out every weekend. We wild on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays is NXT time with D-Walk. And then Saturdays is the P.U.W.F, the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans, where we talk about everything, anything wrestling, and sometimes go a little bit off script, off kilter, and don't give a flying fuck what people think, because we're going to go ahead and talk how we want to talk and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, we raw, real, unfiltered, gritty, and nasty.
Right. Yep. We're about as raw and uncut as Diddy after one of his parties.
We like your underwear when you wear them 2 days in a row. Nasty.
Toby Rama asks, did you all see the interview with Terrence Howard? Said Diddy tried to sleep with him.
Yeah.
I did see that. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's seen the Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay, where he even made mention of Diddy.
Yeah.
Wanting to pay him an extreme amount of money to sleep with him.
Yeah.
And Cat turned it down.
Would you would have took it, y'all? He gave you $100 million.
No.
500 million.
No, I'm not taking money for that. No.
That's 1 billion.
That's sacred. No, I'm not going. I'm not gonna. Yeah, get rich or not have a.
Who's saying you had to take it?
I'm not doing anything with another man. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
Loki, what are you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
No, I was chilling.
I'm talking to my cat.
Oh.
My cat's name is Loki.
Mr. Fluffy?
No, Loki.
Loki has the 4 Loki drink?
No, Loki is in the God of Mischief.
I don't know, I was just trying to be funny.
He's Loki, that's the God of Mischief, and I got Salem, who's my all black witch cat. And then I have
Don't you got a cat named Satan too?
No, I have a cat named Evie. And she was named after the character from The Mummy, the librarian from the first movie.
You got a cat named Lucifer?
No, but Salem could pass for that.
Damn, evil ass cat.
He's a big black cat.
I let you know your cat fuck me. I'm taking to him a Chinese restaurant. We'll be eating him that day.
My cat's like 35 pounds.
That's good eating then. Chinese restaurant.
That's good death because that cat will kill your ass.
Hey, I'll be scratched up, but he'll be at the Chinese place getting chopped up.
He's a good cat though, man. He don't hurt nobody unless provoked.
Hey, shout out to the people that's still watching us.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Start talking about my kitty cats.
Yeah. Hey, look, let me do this, bro. I'm gonna get like 5 cats, and what we gonna do is we gonna tie knives around the front of their hands and put them in a little cage and see them fight.
I've seen people do that before, similar things, and it's cruel and it's not fun, and it was fucked up. I've seen somebody who is no longer with us. I'm not going to mention his name, but they're no longer with us. I've seen him tie cats together and then throw them over a clothesline and watch them fight to the death.
But what about this? I got another idea. Let's say we get a whole lot of homeless people together, right? I'll throw an A-ball in the middle of the crowd and see them fight.
No, if you're going to do that, you got to go to a rehabilitation clinic and do that.
Hey, or you ever went to the gym?
You wait until they're having their group session in the middle with everybody from the rehabilitation center up there, and you just walk in, take three bags of different drugs and just throw it in the middle of the room. 3 bags.
Wow! When I think you at not at an all-time low, you go
and then slowly slide that fifth in, just to make sure you get the alcoholics too. You just slide the fifth in.
Wow!
It's nice and slow. You just slide that bitch in slow, and all you see is 3 baggies of drugs drop in the middle of a group full of recovering addicts, and then slowly a bottle of like Hennessy just slides into the mix.
Yo, you need help, bro.
Every drug addict and alcoholic in the room is like, "Oh my god,
bro, you need help."
And the therapist is probably like, "Holy shit," and probably just starts leaving because he knows it's going to be a fight.
Hey, I'm gonna send a church van in front of your house. All right?
Huh?
I'm gonna send a church van in front of your house. All right?
Look, you can't. We know you can't go to church. It's okay. So going to get a church van or sending one, you can't go near the church. Don't even try calling the church, because if you call the church, they're probably going to hear some backwards Ozzy Osbourne type shit.
Wow! Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a saint. I am a changed man.
They're going to hear you talking in tongues.
I am a changed man.
Huh?
I'm a changed man.
Look, just because you change your clothes doesn't mean your skin is going to change or your soul is going to change.
You ain't right, bro.
That's something we can't change. We can't change our skin and we can't change our clothes, our soul. So they permanent. They stained.
I know I said this before. Somebody told me if I light some sage up, I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah, because you'd probably try to smoke it.
Oh wow! Ain't that about a bitch? Hey, you know what? You ain't right, bro.
You'd be like, "Oh shit! What is this? Is this the White Widow?"
Wow!
You start crumbling that bitch up, grinding it in the grinder, and putting it in the bee. You'd be like, "Got to get that bee rolling."
Wow! I'm shocked.
I'm not. Wrestling. I don't know. Anything really. I mean, Ray Phoenix made his debut on SmackDown against Nathan Frazier. Match was good, other than the botch with Nathan Frazier doing the suicide dive through the ropes.
Yeah, I seen he almost lost it, bro. He almost fucked himself up.
Yeah, he did a flop dollar or a Jey Uso. He did a Jey Uso.
Yeah, he almost fucked. You see, Ray Phoenix had to catch him.
Yeah, I know. He was probably nervous.
Probably, I bet.
He was on the main roster taking on Ray Phoenix in his debut match. Like, he was probably like, holy shit. Like, this is Ray Phoenix.
Yeah, that'd be some starstruck over too.
Like, this guy's world renowned, like, famous and in Lucha Libre. Like, this guy is, like, amazing. He's probably one of his idols. Like, this guy's awesome.
You see how emotional how emotional Ray Phoenix was after the match?
Yeah, as emotional as Penta was after his first match.
Yeah.
They cried and everything. Both of them did. They cried and they're overwhelmed with joy. Realized they weren't used in AEW for like 6 months to a year.
No. And they finally get to do something they love.
They can finally wrestle again, and they were like happy that they can wrestle again, and they're wrestling on the biggest stage in the world.
Yeah. Making a lot more money. Stupid money.
Yeah, they're making dumb money. Stupid McNugget money.
Yeah.
So, are they going to book the match, do you think, for WrestleMania, or have they done that yet?
What match?
Penta and Braun?
No, they haven't.
The fuck? What are they waiting on?
I don't know. Retarded.
Penta and Braun, or is it going to be Penta, Braun, and Kaiser?
No, they ain't saying nothing about it.
Well, they should, man. That needs to be done. WrestleMania is coming up. They got 2 nights they got to fill.
And how the hell is it Tiffany Stratton in a main event and her dude not?
She ain't in the main event.
Well, she wrestling in WrestleMania. My bad.
The only main event that we're getting Punk, Rollins, and Reigns. Main event night 1.
Mm-hmm.
Main event night 2 is Cody and Cena.
Yeah, but she wrestling at WrestleMania and he not. You know how sucked that got to be?
So far, we don't know what's going to happen.
He ain't wrestling at WrestleMania.
Why not?
I don't think so. Who you gonna wrestle against?
Triple threat. Penta, Braun, and Braun Breaker, Penta, and Ludwig.
They better not put him in a match. He don't deserve nothing. He ain't been doing shit.
Yeah, he has.
Man, he been boring.
He ain't boring. He's okay.
Man, that motherfucker boring.
He's got more charisma than Gunther.
He only relevant because he got a badass chick.
Gunther. Dun, 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 dun. Like, come on now. Guy's a big dude who chops and can wrestle, and his microphone skills are okay, but it's like he's just boring. He's just one of those boring cats. Ludwig Kaiser, same thing. Great wrestler, good on the mic, but he's kind of boring. I'd rather see the championship on Penta or Braun than I would Kaiser.
I want to see Braun keep the belt and they move Penta to SmackDown.
I want to see Braun lose the belt, do a triple threat style so Braun don't get pinned. Penta wins the belt, mid-card belt, the IC title.
Yeah.
And then you have Braun start going for the world title.
They need to have Ray and goddamn Penta together as a tag team. They should have bought them. This is a good time now to be forming them a tag team if they go be together for a long time.
Right. Well, and I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't want them to put Ray and Penta and Phoenix together just yet. I want them to keep them separate, let them win singles titles, and then after a few years, put them together.
No, not years, bro. They ain't no telling how long many years they got. They might as well do it. They already in their 30s, right?
They got time.
No, I wouldn't give them no 2 years. I'd give them like 1 year. I won't rush it, but I'll make sure it happens.
I agree, but I don't know. I just think it would be a waste to do them now like that. I'm going to say let them do their singles thing for a while. I don't feel like they need to do tag stuff. Not yet.
They got to. They got to take over the tag team division.
Not yet, man. Come on, dude. They just got there. You already want to book them into a corner.
No. How's you doing that?
Because booking them into the tag division is like booking them into a corner. Because you're not giving them a chance to be single stars. You can't be a tag team and be single stars. That only works if you're like on a Stone Cold Triple H level or Shawn Michaels Triple H.
Mm.
I'm just saying, man.
No, I agree. I mean, I feel you.
You got to be on a high level to do some shit like that. And they ain't on that level. I mean, they're on a high level. Don't get me wrong. But they're not on that fucking superstar level.
They up there with Motor City Machine Gun.
Yeah, but Motor City Machine Guns. Look at them. Right?
Yeah.
They're booked into a tag team. What else are they doing? Are they wrestling singles matches?
No.
Okay. Enough said.
No, you're right.
They're booked into a corner. They're a tag team.
Yeah.
That's all you're going to be. You're the Motor City Machine Guns. So nobody's going to know you as Chris Sabin or Alex Shelley.
No, you're right.
No one's going to know that you've both been world champions.
Touche, brother, man. Touche.
Just like Penta. Penta's been a world champion numerous times.
Yeah.
He was world champion in TNA too. Was world champion in TNA. He was world champion in Mexico. 1,000 Japan.
Yeah.
1,000 AEW. But again, AEW, they had him booked into a corner, so he didn't win singles titles.
Yeah.
All he won was trios titles and tag titles.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, WWE's learning from their mistakes, using AEW's mistakes to capitalize on it because they're not going to book him into a corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was kind of glad Phoenix came after Penta.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of forced WWE to push Penta into a singles role, and they're happy with it.
Yeah, I feel
So
you.
when Phoenix came in, it forced them to push him into a singles role.
Yeah, hold on, give me one sec, bro.
Yes, sir. Well, if y'all want to talk about that, I mean, we have, we're talking about the, I don't see anything in the comments. Okay. We're talking about Phoenix and Penta and their singles runs versus having them in the tag team. D-Walk wants to put them in back as a tag team as Lucha Brothers, but I said this is not a good idea because let them have their singles run first. Because I believe you don't want to book them as a tag team right now because that would book them into a corner, just like they're doing with the Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah, they're the Motor City Machine Guns. They're fantastic, but at the same time, they're not going to get their single shine. You know, so I don't know if we're going to get to see Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin in a singles match, like one-on-one type thing. I know Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano are going to be breaking up eventually. And whenever they do break up, that's going to make for good TV, and it's still going to make for good matches as well.
What happened?
I'm talking about tag teams, and when they break up and stuff like that. And how we feel differently about the tag team division with the Lucha Brothers. I just don't want them to get booked into a corner, and that's all I want.
What tag team will gonna hurt you when they break up?
When they break up?
Yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns.
I hope they don't never break up though.
They will. And then we're gonna get a fucking banger match with Shelly versus Sabin.
That's a banger. Ain't nobody never seen them wrestle yet.
Unless you watch TNA.
Yeah. But yeah,
and also Street Profits would be good. I'm actually going to be kind of happy when the Street Profits break up.
Hey, so was you mad when the APA broke up?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was. I did not like the JBL gimmick at all. The cowboy gimmick.
Yeah.
I did not get behind that gimmick at all. When he won the world title, I was ready to stop watching wrestling because I felt that he was not a world champion.
Damn.
At all, ever. That was one guy that I felt was never worth a world championship.
Why they never push Bubba though?
Oh.
WWE. Why when they split up? Why they never push Bubba though?
Red Wolf said, "Y'all have a good night and thank you for the laughs." Red Wolf, you're more than welcome. Anytime you want to stop by, or if you want to come on the show anytime, just let us know.
Yes,
we love having people come by. Love making y'all laugh and have a good time. It's what we do. We like making good comedy relief, and none of this is scripted. It's all unscripted. We come up with jokes as the show goes along because we are good like that, and that's what we do.
Yeah, we have a hand a lot.
Right, man. If Kane the Destroyer was here, it would be even funnier. He's like the other half of my brain.
Yeah.
If he's thinking it, I'm saying it.
I'm just a wild card. You never know what you get out of me.
That's right. Yep, he's a wild card, like buying a condom at a gas station in the bathroom. You don't know what you're gonna get, and you don't know if it's gonna have a hole in it.
Man, I ain't never heard of that one.
What?
I've never heard of that one.
What, my joke I just made?
Yeah.
And this is why I was told that he did do stand up.
Man, that's funny. That's the first time I ever heard that one.
Let's go, y'all. If this video can get fucking 10,000 likes, let's go small because everybody else goes 50 and above.
Yeah.
Let's get 10,000 likes in this video. And if we get 10,000 likes in this video, I will look for a stand-up comedy club, and I will go on stage and do a stand-up comedy show for the first time ever, even though I'm not a very good public person, but I will do it. And I will have it videotaped, and I will air it.
And I'll be with him.
I will put it on my YouTube channel.
And I'll be with him.
And I will make sure that everybody else, D-Walk, Alex, and everybody else as part of this crew puts it on their YouTube channels so everybody can see it.
For real.
Never had 10K likes, so let's do 10K likes, and we'll do that. Making the world funny again, folks. Making the world funny again.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Like, share, subscribe.
And don't forget to hit the notification bell, ring-a-ling-ding.
Yeah, ring-a-ling-ding.
You want to know when we go live so you don't miss any of the comedic action and the wrestling joy that we spread.
And the shit get real.
Right. Or you could be the wild card like Dennis, like a condom in a bath in a random bathroom. Playing Russian roulette.
Yeah.
And then when you're done with the chick at the truck stop, then you don't know what you're taking home.
Yep.
It's a gamble. It's a crapshoot.
Gamble.
Roll them dice, baby. You're either going to get snake eyes or you're going to get 7 to heaven.
You don't know if you're going to be itching the next morning.
If you itch in the next morning, you got the dead man's hands.
You get discharged, you better go to the doctor.
Chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilitis.
How do I got both?
No, you'd have all 4.
Yeah, because how'd I get one of them? Because you mess with a nasty person.
Because you mess with somebody who had all of it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Congratulations. You got every disease now.
If I was a doctor, that would be my thing. I'd walk into a room after doing test results for somebody like you. I'd be like, "Hey, congratulations, you won."
You have DMX playing in the background.
You'd be like, "You won? What'd I win?" Well, you won a first class ticket to STDville. Brought to you by gonorrhea, syphilis, genital warts, and crabs.
You have DMX music playing in the background?
What?
You had DMX playing in the background as you walk and telling somebody the bad news?
Where my dog's at?
Yeah.
No, I would have ICP playing in the background, bugs on my nuts. Yep.
Hey,
that song is all about STDs and getting them.
You funny. He said bugs on my nuts.
That's the name of the song, bro. I'm saying, if you never heard it, if you have never heard that song, I shit you not, I will send you a link to the song so you can listen to it.
No, I ain't never heard it.
Bro, listen to the lyrics. It's called "Bugs on My Nuts" by ICP, and it's all about a guy banging whores and like sleuts and fucking trailer park and whores and like truck stop bitches and shit and catching STDs and all kinds of other shit.
What the hell? No, I ain't never heard of
that. The whole song is like that. He's like, them bugs on my nuts, it's stinging, and itching.
No.
Yep, it's all about that. Yeah, I've got to, like I said, I'll send you the link, and you could listen to it. You can give her a listen when we get off. You're gonna message me back like that was some raw shit. I'll be like, yep. I was like, that's why that would be the song I'd be playing when I'm announcing people's rewards for getting STDs.
Man, you walk in and you had the other nurse playing music.
Yo, the best would be if they got the HIV or the AIDS. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, you've just won the grand prize.
Wow. Yo, your ass would be getting sued.
I'd be rolling out a big box with a bow on it, and they'd be opening it up to their positive test results.
Yeah, your ass would be getting sued.
I'd be like Patch Adams, just darker.
Yeah, you have a loss. You have like 15, 20 lawsuits against you.
I have protection. I have immunity.
Yeah, you be getting sued.
They ain't gonna sue me. What are they gonna sue me for? I'm just giving their test results.
You'll be having an attorney get a hold of you.
Now I feel like I need to open a free clinic just so I can do this.
Joe, you know you can't be talking to people like that.
I'm gonna open a free clinic just so I can give people their test results. AIDS,
gonorrhea, syphilis. You just pass them out like school papers. AIDS, gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia. You gonna die tomorrow. That's fucked up. How long do I got to live?
All the incurable diseases. I just hand them a bullet and a gun. And be like, here you go. Just go ahead and take care of that for yourself. I'll write you a prescription for a 9mm shell round and a gun. Here you go. Have a good day.
Hey, or they be like, how long do I have to live? You got 6 weeks. You have a good day, and walk off on them.
I just look at them. I'll be like, well, that depends on how fast you can take this bottle of pills.
6 weeks. Have a good day.
Like I said, I just look at them and be like, here you go. Just take this. Take 30 of these and call me in the morning.
I don't have to the morning, though. I'm dying tonight. Oh, man, have a good life.
Exactly, because I don't want to hear from your ass anymore. Have a good day. Anyway, I don't know how the hell we got on this subject, but anyways, we just so off left field. Wrestling. AEW is fixing to be a nice card. Did you see that there are 7? Count them, 7 black wrestlers that are going to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And one of them is in the main event.
Yeah.
How about that shit?
Yeah, that's good.
That's the difference between having good talent on your roster that's of color and bad. We have Swerve, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, MVP. You got the new guy, the Kevin Knight guy. He's new. He's taking on Will Ospreay in the first round of the Owen Hart Cup. At the
that Kevin Knight that Kevin Knight guy dude is dope.
Yeah, and he's taking on Will Ospreay in his first in the first round of the Owen Hart Cup.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's going to be real cool.
Yeah.
And we got Swerve and Moxley.
Yeah.
That's going to be
Swerve win.
It's going to be a banger. Oh, and then you got Ricochet. Ricochet is in the triple threat with Kenny Omega and Speedball Mike Bailey for the international title.
If anybody wins, it's going to be Speedball.
It might be Ricochet.
No, I doubt it.
Bro, he's been putting in the work. Why not?
Yeah, but Speedball, I put Speedball ahead before anybody.
Come on, man. Let's give it to the heel. Let's give it to Ricochet.
No, I give it to Speedball.
He just got married. He just got married to Samantha Irvin. He needs some gold to hold his pants up.
No, I want to see Speedball.
Not this early. He just got there. Ricochet's been there for a hot minute, and he's had banger matches with Swerve. And he's beaten Swerve. He beat Swerve 2 out of 3 times.
Oh no. I don't know how I feel about that Swerve having a belt.
You mean Ricochet?
Well, Ricochet, myself, Ricochet.
It's the international title. It's not like it's a major fucking belt.
Yeah.
It ain't the world belt. It ain't even the fucking TNT title.
Yeah.
Shit. Half the time I forget who the fucking TNT champion is.
Yeah. True.
Who's TNT champion?
Goddamn motherfucking damn.
It's taking you a minute, isn't it? Don't you look it up?
Damn. Shit. Damn, I don't even know. Damn.
You ready?
No.
I'll tell you who it is.
No.
You're gonna be like, no wonder I can't remember who the fuck the champion is.
My guy, Mr. Pump Man.
Who?
Mr. Pump Man.
Who?
Mr. Thrust. Hit you with the thrust. Garcia. Danny Garcia.
Yeah, that's the champion.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be champion for long. He's facing who's he facing? He's facing somebody good. Oh, Adam Cole. He's facing Adam Cole.
Yeah, he could lose it.
I think Adam Cole should get the belt because he hasn't had a title yet.
Yeah. I'm surprised by that.
Adam Cole, baby. He's got to have a title.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that.
And I'm not saying Garcia is not a good champion or a good wrestler. Garcia is great, but I just feel like his championship run has not been overly amazing.
Yeah.
It's been underwhelming.
You're right. You're right.
Oh yeah. Brian Keith is on the pay-per-view too. That'd be number 8. Brian Keith and Big Bill versus the Hurt Syndicate for the tag titles.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna beat the Hurt Syndicate though.
No, but they've been pumping up Big Bill and Brian Keith really good though the last couple weeks. They've been looking real strong, bro.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
They're making them look scary. I'm actually taking Brian Keith seriously now.
Hey, he ain't gonna be able to stand up against Shelton Benjamin.
No, but I'm taking Brian Keith seriously now because like a month ago, bro, no one took him seriously. It was a joke.
He only 5'3".
Yeah, but now look at him. Look at what he did this week. Tell me he don't look more intimidating.
No. He just looked like a dude that had a bad day. Man, he had a good day that day.
That's it. He's a bad apple.
Uh-uh.
And then you got fucking Big Bill who's destroying it. Excuse me. Big Bill is destroying everything in his path. Booting the shit out of people.
No, he better off having I wish he better off Enzo Amore come and take over. They kick the bad apple out and bring Enzo in.
I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. I don't see Hurt Syndicate losing though because they're going to have the belts for a while.
No.
I foresee them holding the belt for probably at least a year.
I can see Bobby Lashley having a tag team and a world belt. Unless Cedric get there and he gives Cedric the belt and he going to win a world title.
What I would do is I'd go after the world title and I'd have Shelton go after the TNT title. Can you imagine Shelton as TNT champion, Bobby as world champion, and their tag champions?
But what about the Atlantic title?
Huh?
Let them go and take over and win out of nowhere and get the Atlantic title.
You mean the international title?
Yeah.
Well, what they could do is they could have one of them win the international title and one of them win the continental championship. So they could have 3 belts each.
Yeah. Hey, that'd be dope.
2 singles titles each, and then they could hold the tag titles. And then when Cedric comes in, they can go for the trios.
Yeah. Hey, they let you fight. They let the men beat up on the women on this game, bro.
Yeah, I know. You didn't know that?
No, I'm doing it. I'm playing it now.
That was one of the big selling features of the game. Intergender matches.
The women could CM Punk is already beating up on Bayley.
Yeah, because fuck Bayley. Well, who the hell cares about her? Put Bayley to sleep. All right. We're going to wrap this show up. It's been 3 hours.
Damn.
We're going to wrap this show up.
Damn.
And, we're going to try to get some sleep and try so we can recharge and watch more wrestling and be ready for NXT Time for D-Walk on Wednesday. Don't forget to check out The Invisible Man, Invisible Woman, The Real One Terrell, and CJ Wolfie when they review Evolve on Thursday. Also, don't forget to check out Black Couch Booking. Thank you all for stopping by, all the guests today, all the people in the comments section. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir.
Can the Destroyer, hopefully you're doing well, sir. Hopefully you got some sleep or you're working and you're safe. Shout out to the Misfit Nation, Rashawn the Don and Skrill Kill. DX Sports.
Mm-hmm.
Sports Jedi Network. Thank you very much, sir. And about it. Anybody else want to shout out?
No, you said everybody.
TikTok.
Right hand cam.
Yeah, right hand cam. Yes, sir. Let's shout out the comments real quick. Let's shout out to Red Wolf.
Red Wolf.
Both Toby Rama. Thank you, sir.
Tony.
Lorenzo Granger. Thank you, sir. Air Force Energy. Appreciate you for stopping by as well, sir. Viral Money. Thank you for stopping by, sir. Freaking Reactions, Right Hand Cam. Thank y'all. The Impeccable. Thank you for stopping by, sir.
Yeah. Shout out to Brand House for coming through tonight.
Judah Statford. Thank you for stopping by, sir. Go Flow. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Experience, Dupe Exp, and Sir Buddha, Don Bravo. Thank you all for stopping by. Ed Fluential Sports, thank you. Let's see. Anybody else? Expert Level Wrestling, thank you for stopping by, sir.
Yeah.
I'm just going through the comments, seeing who's in here and who I have and have not shouted out. Just to let everybody know we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
David Ojo, thank you for stopping by, sir. And Kudo Shakur, thank you for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
Big Slime 331, first comment of the night. Thank you for stopping by as well, sir.
Yep. Hey, catch us on Wednesday, 9:30. Tune in. Be there or be square.
Take us home, D-Walk. Everybody have a good night.
Lace up your boots, we're about to fight. NXT in the house, bringing the hype. We walk on mic, ready to ignite. Detroit hip-hop, we take it flight. Body slamming, the crowd's going wild. Square circle, we're the kings of the pile. NXT superstars, we're breaking the mold. This Detroit beat will never get old. Step into the ring, feel the adrenaline rush. NXT wrestlers, we're the ones that can't crush. With our moves so smooth, we're the next generation. Detroit hip-hop meets wrestling sensation. Lace up your boots, we're about to fight. NXT in the house, bringing the hype. D-Walk on the mic, ready to ignite. Lace up your boots, we're about to